It's another Saturday night live stream. Get it off your chest, the show where you can come on this live stream and get it off your chest. Say what you want. That's what we're here for. So first of all, I want to welcome a few people in the chat. Nutshots, of course. Yeah, we're going to get him on the panel here shortly. We'll get Mr. Finn on here. Anybody else that wants to come on, I'll be dropping a StreamYard link. So you can click that link. And what it allows you to do is to come live on the panel, get it off your chest, be a part of the panel. Probably one of the only shows that will allow you to do this. We do have a segment tonight called Gonzo News that we've been having every Saturday night, and that's usually about an hour or so in. So, and then we have what we call After Dark, which is about 11:30, and it seems to be a pretty much a standard here. That's what happens at about 11:30. Is we get a lot of trolls, we get people that gets a little crazy. So if you're hanging out that late, that's awesome. So let's start it off. I'm Tony Bruno. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, T21Surfer. Anybody wants to reach out? Oh, I'm getting some loot. Okay. Anybody wants to reach out to me for anything, that's T21Surfer. Hit me up on my private message on Twitter or Instagram, T21Surfer. Gonzo?
Yeah, well, hey, it's a pleasure to be on tonight. You can find my art. I just recently launched my small press. It's Lurking Press. You can check that out. That's going to be it's going to be on my Instagram at midnight.author. So that's where that's at. And right now you can get this little short story that I've just dropped on here. So,
I love it.
Original illustrations. So that's what I've been up to recently. So midnight.author on Instagram, and on Gab at Midnight Author, and Gonzo School on YouTube is where all the hot takes are at. So
awesome, man.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Glad that y'all are here as always. Get it off your chest. We want to hear about it. You can find me on YouTube at Primal Man, just like you see on the screen. You can also follow me on my Instagram account at Mantidote, like antidote, MAN_to-dote. And that's me. And that should be about it. Enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody. I just want to give a shout out to the chat. Matt, Nutshots, English, Mr. Finn, English, and Anthony V. And I think there was one more. No, that was everybody. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. Let's go to Frank.
Hey, what's up, guys? Frank Pesci here. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the Tony Bruno Show. It's always a good time, always unpredictable. We never know exactly how it's going to go down, but we do come here with the best of intentions. You guys can find me at Frank_Pesci_, just as it appears on the screen on Instagram. You can also find me on YouTube, just Frank Pesci. You don't have to have all the underscores there. And my logo, or whatever, kind of like my icon, kind of looks like that on YouTube. So maybe that will help you see who I am when you're searching for Frank Pesci, because apparently there was some famous actor named Frank Pesci back in the day. He was on the movie 29th Street with Danny Aiello, and sometimes his stuff comes up. But anyway, love to see you guys stop by. Please drop in the chat. Let us know. And, hey, if there's an opportunity for you to join, please do it. Thanks.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to say hi to Peekaboo here real quick. How you doing tonight? Good to have you here. Well, normally I start off the Get It Off Your Chest night with a topic, but tonight we're going to go to Gene, Man, as we call him here. And so what is your Get It Off Your Chest topic for the night?
Well, recently I came across an article seeing that there was a Baptist pastor basically get canceled and basically forced to resign and thrown into counseling for talking about having standards for women. And his standards were, why can't, most women should look like Melania Trump, but I acknowledge that they all can't. But the point was, he was just giving, hey, be thinner, don't gain weight when you get married, these sorts of things. And he just got cut because of it. But what, on the flip, a woman can get up there, even faster, and say the same things about men or towards men, but have standards towards men, and everyone will laugh, clap their hands, good job, they'll promote her. How has this affected our society, this idea, this whole situation here, and why is it so?
Well, this is truly, when you said standard, this is truly what you call a double standard. I mean, this is the
100.
definition of a double standard. In other
Yes.
words, good for me, but not for thee. I'm hearing some major fireworks somebody's blowing off here. So I don't know if you guys could hear that. That's not thunder.
I heard it.
Yeah, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
But so that's a double standard. That's what we call a double standard. So anybody want to jump in? How about you, Frank?
Yeah, double standard for sure. Well, first of all, this is the age of the apostate church. It's prophesied, it's predicted, it's going to happen. We're seeing that a lot. We're seeing a lot of traditional religious organizations having to compromise on their principles or beliefs or faith statements or doctrines or whatever in order to accommodate a politically correct society. So first and foremost, there's absolutely no surprise here that this pastor is, being put through counseling and his job is being threatened. But therein also lies the issue. He has a financial interest in being a pastor. So I'm not saying pastors shouldn't get paid, but because he has a financial interest, he has no choice, apparently, but to accept this reprimand and go through counseling so that he can be more sensitive in his statements. As far as I'm concerned, Paul, the Apostle Paul, was a tent maker, and what he said was, if a man doesn't, work, neither shall he eat. And of course, there's arguments about, pastors should get paid and stuff like that, and that's not what this is about. But the point is, if you're in a place where you're already compromised because you have a financial interest, then this is what you're going to see. You're going to see people compromise on their statements and beliefs. And now, I didn't hear this guy's statement. I don't know what he said, and I'm not saying that I agree with his statement. I'm just saying that, in his position, that is why the outcome was the outcome. So I'll just leave it there. There's probably a lot more to say about it. I'll just leave it there for now. And if you guys want to continue dwelling on this topic, we can expand on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's preventing other people from saying what needs to be said, I believe. People are fearful that they will, like you said, their finances maybe completely dependent on it, and they get canceled and all of a sudden lose their stream of revenue or income, So also I wanted to ask anyone as well on that same subject, how is this affecting our society? How is this affecting our men and women to know that this is a real thing?
Well, when you don't have standards or values, we talk about, hey, we like a woman that's fit and trim.
Yeah.
That's a sign of health. That's a sign of just being healthy. And I think we live in this society to where, you hear about whatever you call it, fat shaming or what's the other, what do they call that?
Misogyny or something? No,
it's not misogyny, but what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, it's like, body positivity is another one. But, you have a woman that's 800 pounds on the cover of Sports Illustrated. In fact, I think the new Sports Illustrated is a transvestite, if I'm correct. Isn't that where we're going? I mean, this is officially clown world. We are in clown world, people. This is clown world. I mean, let's get real. I mean, think about, though, this is one thing I thought about. Think about like some of the old, like Michelangelo and Da Vinci women. They were kind of, I guess the word is Rubenesque. Isn't that a kind word for a chunky woman, I guess? Is that politically correct? Rubenesque? I don't know. But so let's say we say, okay, I don't look at it as a shaming technique or anything like that. I look at it as a health thing. Do you want to carry 50 pounds of extra weight? I mean,
I look at it as a preference thing too.
Well, of course, yeah, without a doubt. I don't shame anybody for if they want to carry their weight. Hey, that's their choice.
My issue My issue too, really quick, is how it's promoted. Like it's promoted. It's one thing to say, hey, look, let's be healthy, but it's promoted to not be healthy. It's promoted to be, hey, it's okay, sister. You can, be overweight. It's all good. Like
There was
what
that
the?
lady. Did you guys remember? Was it?
And why do you think that is, Gene? Why do you think that is?
Oh man. I guess I really
Ultimately,
don't know.
why do you think that is, Gene?
I don't know.
I think I know.
Go for it.
I think I know. I think that, like Tony said, it is clown world, and people are made in the image of God. So any chance where the system of the world can destroy the image of God and pervert the image of God, which is us, which is people, right? He lives in us, he dwells in us, and he expresses his very being through us. Then that's where the enemy, the dark side, gets their joy from, because they get to see that image being torn down. So anytime you can promote somebody to be unhealthy, anytime that you can promote disease within people, anytime that you can, change God's structure, the way that things should be, to pervert it the other way, then, that is a temporal victory for the dark side, for the enemy. And in the end, we know that the judgment will set all things straight. But just if you look at it with that kind of lens, you'll realize that everything that's being done is being done for that reason. Yep. I said it last week. I said, if you want to know why somebody does something, just look at what it is that they're doing and then just reverse engineer it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know there's actual physical medical issues that people have. You could have a horrible thyroid issue that makes you overweight. I know that there are medical conditions, but I think those are few and far between. I mean, let's be real about it. So again, we're not shaming people that are overweight, but to me, why wouldn't you want to be the best version of yourself, a man or a woman? I mean, why wouldn't you go into your local Walmart and actually take a peek around and to look at, I'll tell you what, where you want to go? Go to Disney sometimes and look at in the summer. I've been there quite a few times in my life. Go there in the summer and look at the people sweating, just miserable because they can't walk from place to place. And it's just kind of a sad commentary on society and what's going on. So when it comes to like Man was talking about, we talk about we have standards, and now those are your standards. Mm-hmm. I do not shame the guy for. I'm not going to shame anybody if you're overweight or your wife is overweight or you have an issue. If that's what you're attracted to, hey, good for you. It's not a shaming thing. But what we're trying to do is figure out why has it become normalized is basically what you're saying, right?
Yeah. And to speak against it, you're canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're I think that also, like our, big pharma has a big part in a lot of this. Just so I'm sure you guys are aware of this, okay? They wouldn't sell blood pressure medication. They wouldn't sell all these medications to all these unhealthy people. If people got healthy, big pharma would go out of business. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line. So if you don't think big pharma is behind promoting body positivity, just be 400 pounds and take this blood pressure medication. Just take this anti-anxiety medication with your blood pressure medication because you feel bad about yourself. So if you take the blood pressure medication, your anti-anxiety medication, and your other medication, you'll be just fine. Don't worry about it. You'll live to a ripe old age of 45. It's all good, Mm-hmm. So
and also, how has this affected the psyche of our youth, our young women, our young men? How has this affected them? This double standard that I'm talking about.
It's teaching people to ignore reality, ignore the real world, and go up into here. That's entirely what it is. Like, because as soon as you're given this concept of like, okay, well, if it doesn't quack like a duck, and to me it doesn't look like a duck, and now society is calling this a duck, then I guess that's how the whole world operates, right? Mm-hmm. Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, using that logic, you can start to justify these things, and these things appear normal.
Yeah.
And so that's why, you know, it's
Does
like that.
does it bring on a false sense of entitlement?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah, because like because if there's going to be body positivity, then it's like, well, I guess if this, that eventually turns into, well, if this offends me, then we've got to shut it down. This can't exist anymore because it offends me. And so I don't see how you could have that without having that sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's always about what other people present. It's always about ideas that people share.
And then that false sense of entitlement branches off of a whole nother line of problems.
Mm-hmm.
So see what I'm saying?
Gonzo, I want to go back to you. You have a spectacular story, and it also reminds me of Bulldog John Sonmez. Well, both you guys, I mean, I've never seen a picture of Gonzo, but you lost, what is it, 100 and something pounds in about a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Body positivity. Okay. You didn't look at it as, okay, I'm going to settle for what happened, what I caused on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you turn and say, you know what, I'm going to take charge of my life. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to take care of myself. What made you snap out of it?
Well, I don't know. Like, I think like there's a sense that, I'm actually gonna steal one of Ben Shapiro's talking points, but he talks about this with schizophrenia, right? He's like, you'd never take a schizophrenic person and you would say, oh, that's okay. Like, the schizophrenic person says, oh, there's somebody standing at the door, even though there's nobody there, and you say, oh yeah, no, there is someone standing at the door. That's totally fine. You live in your own little world. That's okay. What you believe is what you see is how it is, and you don't help anybody. You don't help the schizophrenic by doing that. And so when you say that, being fat is beautiful, being fat is, there's nothing unhealthy about it. It's totally fine. Actually, fat people live longer than skinny people or whatever, and they bring up the studies on it. That doesn't help the fat person. And, I knew that it didn't help. Like, I knew, like, from the beginning that it wasn't good. So I didn't have that shroud over me, right? I never thought, oh yeah, this is a good thing. I should just stay this way. But now people have that to cross over. I was just sick and tired of feeling like crap, just feeling like crap all the time, not being able to exercise as much as I wanted to, not being able to like walk and things like that, and do just simple things. And I was having like digestive issues at the time as well, so I was like, well, maybe if I tackle the weight first, then everything else will follow. And so that's really what it was. And I realized that if I just made small little changes, or just did things in small increments every day, so walk for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, keep increasing it by 5 minutes until you get to several hours. And that's what I did, and that's how I was able to do it. So I was able to like increase the amount I was walking, and then I changed what I was eating, and I basically went on a starvation diet, which is like a whole other subject, but I starved myself basically to death, and it worked. So but you can do it.
Do you think you were addicted to, because I know like sugar and things like that are very addictive, just like coffee. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I drink 1 cup usually, maybe 2. And when I say a cup, I mean an actual cup, small, not a mug. But, people can have headaches, but sugar and stuff. Were you addicted to like sugar? Did you eat donuts? Did you just eat poor, period?
It was just poor across the board. Like, it was just, the thing is, this is what I've learned throughout this whole process, is that the foods that people are eating right now, only right now in this age, can you eat a mountain of food and be nutritionally deficient? Like,
Yeah.
really, like, seriously. There's so many gaps, and there are so many people who have these issues because they're, because when you eat a donut, or when you eat a cracker or a chip, or you eat, I'm trying to think of, like, just most things you find at the store, vegetables, like salads. What does a salad have in it that your body needs to keep going? Well, it doesn't have much.
Yeah.
It doesn't have much. I regret to inform you. What people have stopped eating are the things that have largely kept us alive, like liver. Right now, nobody even knows how to cook a liver anymore. It's crazy. So, what's happening is people are incredibly fat, and they're starving. They're metabolically starving. So that's why they're hungry all the time. That's why, like, I was hungry all the time, and it's not because of lack of food. It's a lack of those micronutrients, those things that literally keep your energy metabolism functioning. And so it's called overnutrition in the field. So it's an interesting phenomenon. But that just basically happens from having a diet with plenty of carbs and little of anything else.
And the reason I've asked Gonzo that is to show people that we're not here to place judgment on anybody, but he's an example of what you can do to make yourself healthy, how you can lose weight. Yeah, it's not easy. Anything worth anything is usually not easy.
Right.
But look at the outcome. That's what I look at. I mean, you got, myself, I'm in pretty good shape. You got Frank, I know, is in good shape. Man, you're in good shape. Gonzo, you're in good shape now. So to me, that's really important. So we'll go back to the original topic. How come, we want to place these standards on a woman, but they can say things to us that we're supposed to go ahead and all of a sudden drop to our knees and serve. I don't think that's kind of where you're going with that, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, the double standard is basically the point.
Mm-hmm. And the double standard is probably realistically now it's political correctness is what it's about.
Yeah.
In other words, nobody wants to offend anybody. We don't want to offend you. This channel might have some offensive stuff on it, but I think it's rational is what it is. It's rational and philosophical is what it is, which is really truth. And truth is what really seems to hurt people the most. And when somebody is triggered, I'm going to go to Frank on this one. Frank, when somebody's triggered a lot of times, do you think it's because they heard the truth?
Yeah. Well, I think people don't spend time like they used to meditating on the truth or what the truth is of their circumstance. But we all intrinsically, deeply know the truth when we hear it. So sometimes when you say something to somebody and it cuts them like a knife, they might react, and angry or whatever in a fashion that's not exactly, I don't know. How do you say? They didn't spend the time doing the work. And then later on, they go back and reevaluate that process and come back with a different attitude. So short answer, yeah, probably, Tony.
Yeah, I want to welcome the bald bastard. Again, congratulations on your newest to the family, man. That's awesome, brother. Mm-hmm. I like seeing the pictures on Instagram. Proud of you, man. We know you got some swimmers, buddy. That's for sure. So
yeah, looking good, buddy.
We need more babies. So, and then who else? Did I miss anybody in here? I don't think so. I think I've said hello to everybody so far. So, but anyways, man, go ahead. This is your get it off your chest topic. Let's expand on it.
I think there was one more. It slips my mind now all of a sudden. Maybe you can jump to someone else and we'll get back to that.
All right. Excuse me. Yeah, I think you made a good point there. I think double standards are everywhere right now. So again, we are in clown world, and double standards are the basis of clown world. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the basis. When we talk about the virus, We talk about that, or we talk about the vax. We talk about that.
Do you know how you beat the double standards? You know how you defeat the double standards? You defeat the double standards by becoming the king of your own domain. So, like, for instance, within my household, I have a fantastic marriage. You know, I'm married 15 years, and I'll tell you, me and my wife love each other very much. We enjoy each other, and we have a very great relationship. Really, in all fronts, I'm very satisfied, and I know my wife is too. With my children, I know my children are growing. I know that they're learning. I know that they are in the process of becoming men. We all share pretty much, you know, the same views and visions because we're a family. And when we sit down and we talk about things, when we're able to weigh those things out, obviously people, you know, I have more weight than anybody, then my wife has more weight than the kids, and my older son has more weight than my middle son, and my middle son has more weight than my younger son. But we're able to actually iron things out, and we're able to chart a course forward for where we want to go. That's our immediate domain. And then outside of our immediate domain, and by the way, within that domain, we come to a solution that, hey, this is where the family stands. This is the principle that we're going to represent, whatever the matter is. And if anybody else has anything to say about it, we'll reconvene at the table. But outside of this house, we're going to never tell anybody what we're thinking. And then outside of that, we have our business. And within a circle of influence of our business, we're able to carve out and chart courses and relationships with the people whom we have influence with. And then further on down the line within our community, we're able to do the same thing. And then further on down the line in the community and in the church and the worlds that we operate in, we are able to create basically the kingdom that we want. And obviously there's other people that, you know, are at different levels in these communities and layers, and they have opinions that matter too. But we're able to engage those opinions with logic and with reality. We don't have to get sucked into what the national news media says. Like me, myself, you know, I was born and raised in New York City, and I had a freaking amazing life, man. I had so much fun, did so many things, built businesses, built relationships. I mean, we went places, and wherever we went, the door was held open for us. I say that metaphorically, but I also say that in reality. We had many, many, many good things. And we didn't take those things for granted because we knew that one day it may not always be like that. And as of now, it's no longer like that. So what we did was we made a decision to move out into the rural Ozarks because we said, you know what? For the outcome that we're looking for the life that we want, we think that this is going to give us the best opportunity or best platform to carve out that reality that we're looking for. So as we've come out here, we have found that people are way less opinionated about the news. People don't even watch the news out here. So in reality, the news doesn't really have an impact on my life unless I open up the news and take a look at it. Yeah. Political correctness and, you know, some of these things that plague our society is not in my immediate circle. It's not even something that we talk about because we know at the end of the day, you know, outside of the gates of my house, and I don't live in an urban area, but I have fence and I have a gate at my driveway because I can. And outside of my gates and inside of my town and inside of, you know, the nearest small city that I live by, I get to live my life with autonomy. You know, there's not even a mask mandate out here. Well, I shouldn't say that. In the closest city, there is a mask mandate, and you can walk in without a mask. Nobody will say anything to you. But for the most part, you know, you see most people wearing a mask because they want to avoid confrontation. Yeah. But you know what? People generally respect each other, and people don't get hyper hysterical about the news. So, and I'll tell you, when I lived in New York, I was big on the news because I lived in a place where millions of people lived, and one little news headline can create a riot or something like that. Let a cop shoot a drug dealer somewhere in the city, and boom, you better be able to take an alternate route to get out before you end up in a bad situation. So, you know, you have to be aware of your environment. You have to obviously gather intelligence and use that intelligence in your environment to be functional in your operations, right? I was a military guy, so I kind of talk like that. But again, I took an opportunity to remove myself from that reality and really become the master of my own domain. And I don't know. I kind of that's how I feel about it. I'm really happy that I did. My stress level is way down as a result.
One
you have
thing
a question, brother? I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. One thing I'm going to add to that, Frank, is that I think what you're really doing, which I think is awesome, is when you disconnect yourself from this PC garbage, what you're actually doing is you're showing people by example on what can be done. And I think that's real important. You might get some, I'll throw the word out there, some commie that's looking at Frank and finally says, hey, you know what? That's what I want. I want a family like that. I want to do what Frank Pesci's doing. I want my wife to look at me like Frank Pesci's wife looks at him. You see what I'm saying? So living by example, a lot of times, rather than spouting out at the mouth, is really, really important. I'm sure, Frank, that if you're out and about and somebody's having a miserable time with their wife or something like that, and see you and your wife at dinner enjoying each other, having a romantic evening, or just enjoying the company, that's living by example. And I think that's what a lot of people don't do when it comes to being healthy, and people can tell when like a couple is genuine. I'll give you an example here. Like about a month ago, I was out with a beautiful woman, and we weren't judging people, but we kind of looked around, and people were on their phones. One couple was watching a NASCAR race, and this is an oceanfront place. I mean, it's beautiful. There's music playing. They weren't conversing. They weren't looking at each other. And you could say, oh, whatever. You guys just met, or you're in a honeymoon phase, or any of that crap. I don't care. But no, it's how I've always conducted myself with the opposite sex. And there is only two sexes, man and a woman, just so you know.
What?
So living by example, I think, is really, really important. But we don't want to judge people. We're not here to judge people. That's one thing we're not going to do. I think judgment is the almighty. That's where you get your judgment. I think that having an open forum to discuss these things is really important. But living by example, you guys want a Gonzo, or man, you want to shoot on living by example? Because I think that's what Frank is doing.
Yeah, really quick. I think
Thanks,
I think a lot of times it's easy to how can I put this? It's easy to talk about it basically, but it's harder to live the walk you talk. It's not easy, and it's not for everybody. But when you're all in, you're all in. You can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot out. Be all in. Be all in. I'm working hard on doing that, and that's all I can do.
Gonzo?
Yeah, you really can't half-ass being an example.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's like the number one thing. I mean, we're seeing it right now all over in the news. It's like, oh, it's like all the people who are, being the example right now. They're like, oh yeah, we need to have lockdowns. We need to have all this stuff. You can't go out and do anything. And then, then they're going out to their golf courses and getting their hair done and, all that sort of thing. And so just right off the bat, if you want to be ahead in life, just say what you mean and do what you mean. Like, you got to walk it, you got to talk it. And you can't have one without the other. So yeah, I don't really know what else I could say about that, but just it's necessary.
Yeah, I think that now somebody had, who was it, mentioned being a leader. Being a leader isn't supposed to be easy. It was Mr. Finn. Yeah, I agree, but not also too, we got to recognize that everybody wants to be a leader, but not everybody is. I mean, I think we went down this road last week that, everybody can't be a chief. We do need some Indians, and it's not a knock on people. I think everybody can be a leader in their own sphere. Let's put it that way. And I'm not saying the manosphere, I'm saying the sphere, their sphere of their home, that's your leadership. A lot of times you don't have a choice. If you have a job, you have to follow or do what your boss says. That's not just being submissive. That's being that's being part of the tribe. In a tribe, there's leaders, and then there's also tribesmen, we'll call them. I mean, I consider the group of guys that come on here, and women occasionally, I consider this a tribe. And a tribe means that, to me, when I say I represent my tribe. I represent everybody on this panel tonight. I represent everybody that's in that chat tonight. And I want to be the best representation of this tribe. Okay. And that goes back to what Man had said in the beginning, is that this body positivity, how come it's, not politically correct for a man to state what he wants in a woman? And again, we can get into personal preference. I mean, there are guys, I guess, that and the reality is there's guys that, I don't even like using the word fetish, but there's guys that like a Rubenesque woman, we'll call it. And hey, if that's your thing, that's great for you. I have nothing against somebody. So again, we're not judging people. We're just trying to look at the real, we'll call it objective viewpoint on what Gene's topic was tonight, his get it off your chest topic, which was, how come it's okay for basically it's okay. I mean, in a nutshell, it's okay for women to shame men, but it's not okay for men to shame a woman. And we're not shaming women. We discussed this, that we think that, to me, I look at it as a health issue, I mean, realistically, it's not attractive, but there are some guys that think it is attractive, and I'm okay with that. If that's your cup of tea, hey, go for it, So anybody else jump in?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up one more thing.
True leadership is revealed.
Go ahead, Frank. I know you got a delay.
I just have one thing to say, Gene. Just one thing, and then I'll be very short. True leadership is revealed when there's a common standard. So, when people have an opportunity to compete for one goal, then the real leaders shake out. If you don't have something for people to assimilate to, then everybody's a leader. Like you said, Tony, everybody wants to be, a chief and not an Indian. Well, again, when you have a game or when you have a competition, when you have a structure where people need to meet and exceed a standard, then the true leaders are revealed. So I think we'll see that here again in the future. I think we're living again in a very unique time, but I think
Frank,
the future will reveal who true leaders are.
Dude. I really like that. Say that one more time. Say that one more time. I want everybody to hear that. I like how you put that.
So again, we're living in a time, like you said, where everybody wants to be a chief and nobody wants to be an Indian, because we're kind of in this free-for-all moment of time. But in reality, and all throughout the structure of history and time, true leaders are revealed when people have a common goal that they're going after or trying to achieve. True leadership is revealed through competition. True leadership is revealed when you have a culture or a standard that everybody must rise to the occasion. And then you find out who is most fit to lead. Mm-hmm. So, again, true leadership is revealed through the standards that are set forth. And I think here again in the future, when there's a reset, because there is a reset that is coming, things cannot continue down the path that they're going and just remain, ambiguous as they are. True leaders are going to be revealed who they are. So I hope does that satisfy? Did I answer it well again, Tony? Or
yeah, that was good.
Always
that was good. I wanted to hear it again because I thought it was real important. That's a great breakdown of leadership, and we'll call it, that's a great breakdown of a tribe. I mean, realistically, is what you did. So go ahead, Gene.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I was saying this idea of it being frowned for women to serve men, to serve their men, is out of control. And I just see it way too much. It's way too common. You say anything for the express, purpose or satisfaction for a man, it's like, that has got to be turned around quickly. That goes against everything biblical. That goes against everything godly. Even Frank would probably say a lot on that. But women are the man's help meet. And if you look biblically into that, there's a lot of scripture on that. But if you say anything contradicting that, I mean, the opposite of that is true in our world today. And it's bizarre. So we gotta get things right. And we can't play around with, we can't sort of try to have shells of the truth or what's right. We got to have the whole thing, or else we're still going to hell in a handbasket.
BB made a great comment here, man. I absolutely love this comment. You guys want to dissect this? More leadership, less management. That is a great quote there.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Anybody want to break that down?
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be like, okay, how many of you out there watching, and how many guys in here on the panel tonight have had a crappy job with a crappy boss? Mm-hmm. Right? Like, and you know, like, there really is a difference between managing, like it's easy enough to be a manager, to have a job title, but for that manager to be a true leader, to be leading all the employees and actually keeping everybody on track and meeting goals and creating a good work environment, or at least helping to foster it, you know, that's a whole other thing. It blew my mind. There was a great talk. I can't think of who made it right now off the top of my head, but I remember watching this talk, and it was this guy, and he was saying how just changing the manager in a business changes everything. Like, it just changes how the employees react. And he was describing this one employee who worked at two different jobs, and the one guy, he worked at a bar one night, and then he worked an office job somewhere. And at the office job, this guy who was charismatic and who was, you know, just he was really good with people, really good at helping people and doing his job and that sort of thing. Everybody remembered him. He was just very friendly. You know, he goes over to this other job, and now he's like timid and terrified. And, you know, that's how much the management matters. And so I think of, you know, and that's just business, but it really, it applies to everything. You know, when you can be a manager, you can be a husband in a marriage, but you cannot be a leader.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. And some people think that's normal. Some people think that's just how marriage is.
This is just such a great comment. It just makes so much sense. Management is not leadership by any means, any way, shape, or form. But yeah, BB, I absolutely love that comment. Frank, do you want to comment on that?
Yeah. So, like, you know, I've noticed throughout my career, people who, you know, may not necessarily be, you know, socially, you know, like excel at being social, can still be leaders if they take their job real seriously. So when I was a union iron worker working in Manhattan, you know, working on projects like the World Trade Center, you know, I had a lot of respect for the guys that were real seasoned iron workers that could fix any problem, that, you know, could get it done, were willing to, you know, jump out on a scaffold or be in a precarious situation at any time, because they took their job seriously. And there again is a standard that you're assimilating to. So, you know, the guy, you know, perhaps is not the most friendly guy. You know, you ask him a question, he's like, just shut up and leave me alone, I'm working. But you still had the pleasure of watching this guy work and seeing him fix something. And then inherently, it doesn't mean he's running the crew necessarily, but he's a leader in that field. And you can hand him any project and put it in front of him, know that it's going to get done. Also in the fire service, you know, I'm active in the fire service, and, you know, the guys that know, you know, take fire science very seriously, take the extra time when they're off the job to learn how to do their job better and come back and promote better practices for us. You know, those people, I say, you know what, I recognize that this person is a leader in the field. Doesn't necessarily mean he's Dale Carnegie, doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to create a whole new reality in the fire service, perhaps. But I know that he is a leader that I could trust and say, hey, man, I have a question about this, or I was wondering about that. What is your input about it? So, you know, it depends. You know, sometimes you need management, of course, you know, depends on what your system is. And sometimes you need brand new leadership. Like, you know, Elon Musk is bringing out brand new leadership. He's a pioneer. on a lot of fronts. You know, I live in a very rural area, for instance, and it's very tough for me to get good internet. And because he's developed a system like Starlink, I'm going to soon here have, you know, fiber speeds, you know, in the Ozark Mountains, you know, because I'll have basically space on his satellite, like, you know. So it really depends. You know, I've read a lot of books on leadership. Got to see what a lot of different people do in leadership. And at the end of the day, I'll say that you know a good leader when you see one, and you know a bad leader when you see one as well.
I want to welcome somebody I haven't seen before, and that's Donnie Buds. I think he came over here from my brother's channel. Donnie, I want to welcome you, man. I appreciate you coming on and hitting that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Smash that like button. Crush it. Hit that thing, man. And leave comments, too.
There's no reason to have 100 viewers without 100 likes.
That's right. But how about Gonzo? Did we hit you on more leadership, less management?
Yeah, no, like it's necessary, and you can be a manager and not be a leader, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I'm trying to think if there's like nothing's coming to me, but like other avenues for that. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's a great statement. It's a great quote. I'm gonna call that quote of the night by Bald Bastard for sure, man. I love that. It's such a simple statement, but it's got so much value. It says a lot. If you break that simple statement down, you know, I think it says a lot. You know, management, people that manage things doesn't necessarily make them a leader. You know, I think it's two different things. So.
You got to know how to put leaders into position, like as a business owner. You can't just put some bossy person into a position. You got to know if someone's a leader or not to put them in that position.
That's a great take on that, man. I like how you put that because, yeah, you have a higher up who's going to put somebody in charge that can manage, but they can't lead.
That's right.
That's a big difference right there. So
I've seen a lot of that more. Probably, I don't know if I've ever really seen a true leader when I worked for someone in management. Never really have.
Anthony says, leaders smoke pipes. Yes, sir. Let's see what BB has to say. Leaders help pull the weight. Manager cracks the whip. Yeah, I like that, man. That makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Management is just also, I would say, it's just a job title, but leadership is something you actually have to embody.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I'm going to put a banner up here real quick for everybody, just so you guys know. Me, Frank, Gonzo, and Primal Man have been working on this steadfastly for about a month. And I'm going to show you this right now, and I'm going to put the ticker on, and we'll talk about this here maybe at the top of the hour or shortly, but I want you guys to check this out. New course dropping tonight, How to Meet a High-Value Woman, $4.99, Volume 1. This is Volume 1 of 10 volumes coming. So new course dropping tonight, How to Meet a High-Value Woman.
It was
$99. Okay, there's going to be an early enrollment. There is 10 volumes. Okay, and if you enroll early, it's going to be $3,000. So you're going to get an incredible discount. That's $2,000 off $4,999. So I just wanted to drop that tonight so everybody can check it out. But we've been working on this. Seems like day and night, guys. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and to give the people that are interested a better deal.
It's been a big project.
We took 12 volumes and condensed it into 10. So you have 12 volumes paying for the price of 10.
Yeah. So I just wanted to break that out, and we'll.
You can also pay in Bitcoin, and if you pay in Bitcoin, it's 10% off.
Yeah. That I forgot to say that, Frank. I forgot to say that. So I just wanted to break that out tonight. Again, this is Volume 1 of 10 volumes. That was originally 12 volumes condensed into 10. So again, pre-order $3,000. Actually, $29.99 is what it is. So we're actually saving $1. But I I did want to break that out tonight. So, and that's a special deal for everybody who's watching right now. So, but we'll get into that shortly. So, but all right. So, anyways, we broke that out. Anyways, also too, I want to just say something, and this is of no joke, you guys. If you want to support my channel, one of the easiest ways to support my channel, of course, you can donate to the channel. There's a snug.me. You want to donate to this mission, and anything helps, and it shows your appreciation. But the best thing you can do is order some tactical soap. There's a link in the description of the video. Great soap. It's a business that was built by a man for men. All natural, pheromone infused. So if you want to do something, for my channel and show your appreciation and get something back, there's also CologneSticks, all different kinds, beard oil. Okay, but check it out, tacticalsoap.com. Use my coupon code KING, get 10% off. But it's just a way of showing your support, and you get something for the channel. And it's great stuff. You're supporting an awesome man's business, which is Scott Carr. So I do want to promote that business. So just wanted to let everybody know. But I appreciate everybody. That's the main thing, is I do want to let you guys know that you are appreciated. So, but I am going to put the live link in the chat right now, and anybody who wants to jump on, you hit that link, put your name in the chat, and get something off your chest, because it's time. This is it. This is what we do.
Now, Tony, I got to ask, are we going to bundle the tactical soap into the course?
Wow. You know what? Tonight, for the first 10, we are.
Should talk privately about that.
Yeah. For the first 10, we'll do it. We'll do it tonight. Tonight and only tonight.
Amazing.
One thing I will do is, I haven't been able to give this away yet, but what I'm going to do tonight, too, just so anybody who's watching, trying to give this away. It's a Brio nose and ear trimmer, brand new in the box, because you wouldn't want to use one. This is some mustache wax, neutral. That, and you're going to get 3 bars of tactical soap. So the best comment in the comment section, if you're in the lower 48, you have to reach out to me and give me your address through Twitter or Instagram, T21Surfer, and I'll send you this in the lower 48. Best comment, why you should get the Brio nose and ear trimmer, mustache wax, and I'm going to drop some tactical soap in there for you. That's pheromone infused soap. The best comment in the comments section of this video, not in the chat. We'll get that lower 48. That's
we have
little something for her. So
yeah, I think we have somebody trying to rip the program off already, Tony. We're gonna have to address this. He's in the chat right now.
Oh, wait. Up. Oh, excellent. Wow. Fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate that, Anthony. Oh, I see you bought it already. Fantastic. Thank you. And I'm going to bring on Nutshots. Marty, how you doing tonight?
Hey,
what's up, guys? Thank you for having me on. I appreciate everything you said earlier. Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
I don't know why a lot of people aren't on.
Well, it is what it is, man. We're growing, and it's a Saturday night, and it's not after dark yet. So, but Marty, welcome. And I want to tell everybody, go check out Nutshots on YouTube. Any of you guys that is doing any type of dating apps, I want you to go to his channel. I know my brother likes this channel. My brother George Bruno likes this channel, but Marty does a great take on Tinder and dating apps. I'll tell you what, man, I just I still find the videos fascinating. And just so you know, Marty, I've had to listen to a few of them again, especially the one that I couldn't listen to while I was eating. But that was, you got a great take on dating apps. I think it's a very different take on it. Let's put it that way. I think it's entertaining and informative. So, but anything you want to get off your chest. I noticed a comment earlier you had said to Frank. So you want to get that off your chest?
Well, yeah, Frank. I was married to a spiritual woman, and then after the 20th
brother?
year of marriage, hey, after the 20th year of marriage, you know, she was very religious, and I was in my, you know, I did everything with her church, coached teams, I helped with the food drives, and we were very close. You know, we said I loved you. We did everything together, and the 21st year we got busy. My son was in wrestling and my daughter was in soccer, and I had to, you know, be busy. I would come home from work and I would be out with the kids till 9 o'clock. And she's, you know, and I sometimes cooked dinner because she worked late, and I found out she was cheating. And I just walked away. First thing, didn't give her a second chance. But the thing about, I hear everyone saying, oh, a spiritual. Maybe I'm the unicorn. It didn't work. You know, and my kids
Did you
still go to
say?
church.
Did you say you worked late or she worked late?
She did. She claimed. I kind of found out now that she was just, you know, banging the boss. She's married to him. He's 60-something years old.
Yeah,
And
man. Sorry, bro.
She hit the wall, so she's stuck with him.
How old is she?
She's a little
Yeah,
older.
it sucks,
She's a
man.
year
Sorry.
older.
Jeez.
She's in her 40s.
Yeah. And she did not age well. That's what was shocking. All my friends are shocked.
Marty, I'm going to say one thing. You have done, and I've talked to a lot of guys about this whole cheating thing. That is a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did what you did. I really am.
Definitely.
Who did I talk to? I mean,
Did you consider her to be spiritually healthy?
She went to church every Sunday. I started to notice that she stopped going towards the last few months. I guess that's when she started the affair. She stopped being consistent. But, you know, even though I'm not Catholic,
When she did what? Oh, stop going?
Yeah. And, you know, I would still go in her place. I would sit there, and I, you know, some prayers I can't do because it's not in my faith. And, you know, I can't take the bread at the end. But my kids went every Sunday, and I was just shocked for a religious woman. Now she hasn't gone to church in, I've heard, months, only for the major holidays.
Dude, it happens, man. It happens, bro. But, you know, I would say to you that just because somebody goes to church doesn't mean that they're a Christian, doesn't mean that they're a believer, doesn't mean that they're spiritually healthy. You know, so I would just put that out there, man. I grew up Catholic, and I know that a lot of Catholics do things out of obligation. And I don't mean that to be offensive to anybody. There are many great Catholics out there that have blessed me in many ways, and I was raised that way. So, but I would say that I've met many Catholics as well, and many Christians, and many religious people who proclaim to be religious, to be the exact opposite of spiritually healthy, but they do things out of obligation or whatever. So it happens, man. It does, and I'm sorry that it happened, but I like the way that you responded to it, because that's the only way that you can respond to that, man. That's the only way that you can respond to that. So, man, I would say, you know, as a husband, as a father, you have to see things coming the best that you can. And if your time is occupied doing other stuff, and you're not able to stay on your post, as it were, and I'm not saying this about you, I'm just saying in my own space, how I do my thing. You know, I like to be in a place where I can see what's going on and hopefully head off a problem before it happens, because it can happen to anybody. Let's not be foolish here. It can happen to me. It can happen to anybody. So, you know, I saw it happen between my mother and my father, pretty much the same exact story that you just, you know, basically told, pretty much the same thing. So I'm pretty vigilant against those matters, and I do everything I can to stay ahead of that. I don't let my wife doesn't have any male friends. I don't text no male people. I don't let you know, any man come around and just talk to my wife just like that. For instance, I was out to dinner last night, and it was like a whole group of people there, and I walk in, and this guy, like, gets all excited when my wife walks into the room, and I'm behind her, and he's like, oh, so happy to say hello to her first. And I looked at him, right? He put out his hand to give her a fist bump, and I looked at him, and I gave him this, like, tall, arching look, and then he looked at me. He was like, oh, sorry. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, how are you going to approach, you know, a couple that's walking in and go straight after my wife here? Bro, you know, listen, buddy, you know, I'm a good Christian man and everything else, but that's my territory. That's my family. And believe me, I will step up to the plate. Done MMA for 10 years, served in the military. I ain't afraid of a fight. I ain't afraid of a fight at all.
Real
Just
quick,
saying.
If you go to address a couple and you want to do it in the right way, you know them, address the man first.
Absolutely.
And if you want, don't even address
no question.
the woman.
So for the rest of the night,
that's his woman. Frank has a delay, but that's his woman. So address the man.
That's policy.
First. Yeah.
But it was a blessing to me, you know.
Best policy.
Sorry, Frank, I forgot your delay. But I'm happier now, you know. I lost 110 pounds over the time, 120 over the time. I lost, but you know, 90 of it came in a 4-month cycle. I did what Gonzo did. I did hardcore fasting, you know, in a managed environment. But it was a blessing because it, you know, I found the red pill. I learned to walk away. I found my dignity, but I also found an outlet to help other men. I met other men going through the same thing from the church. It was weird. From the church. A lot of the men that I originally started with were from the church, going through the same thing. And it's a blessing. You know, I started dating younger women, and, you know, sometimes I go out with women my age and I don't care, but I've learned to walk away. I've learned to see the signs. And, you know, I'm a better role model for my son. So this has been a blessing. And, you know, and even though my ex tried very hard to get back with me, you know, I think I set an example for not just my son, but for a lot of guys going through a lot. And, you know, I found you guys, if I was married, I'd be floating through space telling guys, no, marriage is a great thing. And, you know, now I've learned.
Can I ask you a question, Marty? Because I do ask this question of anybody that had any issues. I'm a big believer in extreme ownership. Is there anything, I'm not going to say, I don't want to say that she cheated on you because you did something, but do you hold yourself accountable for any of that at all? Is there something that you can, in other words, is there something that you did? Did you get complacent? Were you not the man she married? Okay.
Well, what happened is I take ownership. When a marriage starts to fall apart, both the man and the woman should take ownership. But there is no excuse for cheating, a man or a woman, ever, especially when you have children and a family, because the trauma on misbehaving like that, as opposed to a divorce, is just huge difference. Yeah, if I can go back, I would have never married her. Let's just be honest. But the one thing is, there were mistakes, and it was remediable. It was because we were so bogged down on the kids, we forgot about ourselves. And I think that's what a lot of married couples do. Our dates turned into family outings, and we just didn't have one-on-one time, you know. But then again, we were rabbits. We were still doing it 4 times a week, even when she was cheating. But yeah, I take ownership in the marriage not being as strong as it was. But I take no ownership in her cheating. That's despicable.
Okay,
it's immoral to me.
I totally get you. Vivian made a comment here. Should women walk away if the man cheats, or is forgiveness better? I say, suck it up, Viv. Just kidding. There's a double standard for you.
I left a little comment for her. I said, when a man cheats, it's repairable. When a woman cheats, it's not repairable. It's done, and it's been done.
But you can't fault the woman totally if she did leave. Let's be honest. If she's a very high moral woman, I can't fault her. But I think that there is a double standard. I think that if men stray and the man is the provider, of course, there's a huge disconnect, but it's different when a woman cheats, just from a moral and societal standpoint in our DNA.
From a psychological standpoint too, on her part. If she cheats, it's over. It's been over. You've had way more problems before she's even cheated. At least I think so.
Yeah, I think and there's going to be a shit ton of people that will disagree with us on that, but I think that there is a big difference. So,
it's the emotional. Peekaboo left a comment. How was it repairable? Maybe y'all want to break that down. I'll let someone else break that down. How is it repairable if a man cheats, but not repairable if a woman cheats?
Well, I saw a breakdown on it that a woman has her eggs ready once a month. That's why she ovulates and has a period. Where a man, you have your sperm and your semen has 8 million sperms running around ready to just impregnate anything. So I think it's more of a natural order. Do I think it's morally correct? Absolutely not. Do I think it's natural? Yes. Do I think it's biological? Yes. I saw a breakdown on that. I'm not sure what video I watched or where that came from, but I did watch it. I think it was yesterday. So, but that's my opinion on it, and for what it's worth. So, anybody else want to jump in on that? Go for it.
If you guys saw her hit the wall, it would be something of textbook, because she couldn't find anyone on dating apps. She had to get implants and get her teeth done and the injections, and she still couldn't find anyone. And now as she tells me, she settled for the boss, and he's just disgusting. Sorry, Primal Man, I think I cut you off.
Oh no, no, good. I'm glad you said that. I was just gonna say, a man is to love a woman as himself. When he cheats on his woman, he's basically hurting himself. That's all I wanted to say about that. I'm not for cheating in any way, shape, or form on it from anyone. But I would say, to answer the question, it's repairable for a man. It's irreparable for a woman. That's all.
Yeah, this is Viv made some great points here, and she's saying what I was about to say. Usually men cheat because the woman isn't meeting his needs. That's correct. And women cheat to get revenge, and that's the truth. They cheat to actually hurt you. It's the act is to actually cause pain.
It's the lack of respect.
Yeah. But let me put the new banner up again right here, just so you guys know. Me, Frank, Gonzo, we've been working on this just for months, and I don't know what it's been, almost 2 months now. Well, we got a new course dropping tonight. Again, it's how to meet a high value woman. The course, volume 1, is $4.99 tonight. This is 10 volumes, but we condensed down 12 volumes into 10. So tonight only, the first 10 will receive tactical soap, but you can get in pre-order for the complete 10 volumes at $3,000, $2,999. We will teach you how to meet a high value woman.
Yeah.
That shortly, and we'll talk about that course. I just wanted to drop that.
Yeah, the 2 volumes that you're getting for free from 12 to 10, that's a value of $1,000. $1,000 extra in your pocket.
Yeah.
Well, and if you make it to the end of the whole course, at the end there's going to be a special retreat that you'll be invited to, where you can spend time with all of us guys, and we're gonna find some high quality women.
And we're going to teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about how, you think about the price. You think about the simple price of $499. Think about that's 2 dates usually for a guy. And so now we're going to teach you how to save that $500. And again, it's going to be over time. It's not going to be like one volume. We can't teach you everything in one volume. It's just not possible. So let me see who's back here. Anthony. Oh, wait. Okay. Anthony will teach you to meet a high value woman. Awesome. Excellent.
Okay. Yes.
Anthony, we've got you. I'm going to mute you real quick. You got your, you have your, there you go.
He's
Anthony
in
Black.
the house today.
He's off movie set.
Anthony, how are you?
No ladder.
Yeah. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I could take this headphone out, this earphone out, because it's not working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm inside.
we like your header tonight. Anthony will teach you to meet a high value woman. I like that.
Oh, is
That's
that
good.
online? Oh my goodness. Sorry. I was gonna put that on was it Craigslist or whatever? But yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, we got a comment here real quick. Peekaboo says, sorry, Promo Man. My opinion at this point is either one cheats. It's a done deal one way or the other. But see, that's a boundary that isn't very well accepted yet. Okay.
Yeah, she's missing the point.
Well, here's the thing. My 2 cents on this is that the reason why I think a lot of the times if the man cheats, the marriage can survive, or the relationship can survive, whatever it may be, is if, because like I said, this is there is an order to things. There is there's God's order of the family, and that's basically how this goes. And so, if the man is able to repent of that, like if he's able to step away from that, if he's able to, because for a lot of people, they can have that moment. It doesn't always happen, but they can have that moment, right? And they can say, hey, I did this. It's a giant wake-up call. And for the woman, it's a little bit more difficult because, and we're talking like, because if the man isn't leading, right, or she doesn't have a man that's leading, then, I mean, there you go. It's downhill from there. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the women don't want to be led.
Yeah, I want to say too, we're real quick, we're coming at this from a scientific standpoint or a psychological standpoint. This isn't a moral or which right thing. It's just a psychological observation. And also, I'm sure there's been studies as well.
I just want to add, it is possible. I've seen it, and I think Tony and Frank and Gonzo, I think they have something great out there, because it is possible to meet a high value woman. Is that these guys just lack the confidence, and I think that if you believe, like, where's dipping? Where's this guy dipping? This is for dipping, okay? I'm thinking maybe I should buy this for the dude. Just get him started on volume 1, because any man can meet a high value woman. And I think this is a great thing that Tony, Frank, Gons, and if Gene's in it too, did it. This is a good thing. And I usually don't endorse products. Like I wouldn't endorse anything from Rolo or Rich Cooper, but this is a product that I it's going to help a lot of men.
And then we really do appreciate that, because
you're the man, Nutshots.
We have worked so hard on this. I can't even tell you. I mean, the value that you're going to get from this is going to be incredible. We're going to tell you when a woman says this, we're going to tell you what she's really saying. Okay. Just so you know, I'll give you, we'll call it a spoiler. So when a woman says that she's going to be running late from work, absolutely not. Absolutely not. She's meeting her boyfriend. Just so
yeah, I learned that too late.
Just so you know.
She's on the Moonosphere carousel.
Exactly. So I just wanted to that's Tony, that's a little spoiler. That's Tony, all it is.
Don't do him like that, Tony. He's on the panel.
Yeah. And then
no, it's true. No. If you guys see my videos, well, you don't see my Instagram. I'm taking shot after shot, and I respond to everyone, and I love criticism, because I came in with a mindset before I started following you guys, and my opinions have just changed. I have a lot of spiritual guys from the church, and I tell them, here's Primal Man's, here's his channel, go to his channel. I'm a little bummed that Gene didn't post earlier his Thursday chat. I would have been on. I would have been calling a few friends on. I woke up on Friday morning like, what the hell? Gene had a chat.
Yeah, I didn't announce it at all. It was last minute.
Well, let's pump this thing up, man. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh, geez,
we can do this.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
and we get
again, I'm going to put it up there just because, again, tonight only, and this is tonight, new course dropping tonight, How to Meet a High Value Woman, $4.99, volume 1. Okay, volume 1, guys. This is we actually had, what is it, guys, 12 volumes that we compiled, and we decided we were going to save you money by compiling into 10. So we actually saved you $1,000 without even you knowing it. I mean, we did that. We did that. And this is what we do. This is what we do for you because we love you. That's it. And I just want people to know that. But this is dropping tonight. Again, special discount, tactical soaps going in, the whole thing. So I just wanted to get that out there. So,
Now,
but yeah, anybody wants to join the live link, it's in the chat. I'm going to post it again. Just click that link, jump on, get it off your chest. That's what Saturday night's about. And we're getting a lot off our chest tonight. Not only are we going to get it off your chest, but we are going to teach you how to get a high value woman. And that's tonight. Anthony will teach you to meet a high value woman. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm going to flip.
If she's not high value, you know where he's going? Straight to that ladder. Out of
Tony,
here.
repeat the course again. Dippin just joined.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Dippin. How you doing? And I think Dippin was mentioned on the stream with Anthony Johnson. Yeah. So, but Dippin, we have a, just want to show you here, Dippin, real quick. Here it is. Dropping tonight. New course dropping tonight. How to meet a high value woman. $4.99. Volume 1. This is, again, this is 12 volumes. We condensed into 10.
But you know what? People are going to wonder why I'm charging more. But I'm adding my vegan course.
Oh, that's right. But that's, of course, that would be additional. That would be additional.
It's normally 500. It's normally 500, but I'm giving it away for 200. So you get the $4.99 how to meet a high value woman, plus the vegan course on how to be a vegan and attract other high value vegan ladies, if there are any left. But and it's just one package.
Wait. Let me go back. So you're only charging an additional $201 for that valuable information?
What? What, you think I'm stupid? I mean, come on.
Sign me up.
Dude, of course. You're my friend, man. Why wouldn't I? Look, guys, I'm not here to make money. I'm just here to just promote health and sanity. You know, that's it. So let's just throw that. You know what? Throw that on there, and that's all 50 states.
So I'm going to ask you guys the important question: are these courses MGTOW approved?
Oh, of course. Yeah, there's no way we wouldn't do these without MGTOW approval. Absolutely. I mean, how many hours did we go over this, you guys, at night? I mean, think of the sleepless nights we've had. How many nights have I gone to work? How many days have I gone to work where I'm just like, this is too much. I'm like, we got to end this call. We have done this. We've exhausted it. We've nailed it. I mean, let's get real.
Yeah. My coffee sales have gone through the roof because of Tony buying caffeine from me just to stay awake from all the hard work.
Exactly. So,
guys, I didn't get approval on that one, on the vegan stuff.
Yeah. But that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, I like your edge, but I think you're charging $700. We're charging $4.99. That's $201 more, but you're adding so much more to the program that that people really, I think, will get a lot of value out of. So, because you know what? Actually, it's actually more valuable because these vegan guys, they're not getting laid at all.
No, they are.
Zero.
They are getting.
That's how we make our money.
Women.
That's the value.
We don't want to teach too many of them that. We make our money off the guys that don't get laid, though. Yeah.
Well, we got Speeder here. Awesome. So
Speeder, I love your icon. I just gotta say it.
Speeder has the best.
Just for let me see who's there. Let me jump in here real quick. Just for Jared, I want to show you this, Jared, what we got going on tonight. New course dropping tonight. How to meet a high value woman. $4.99, volume 1. Again, that was the condensed volume. We had 12 volumes. We worked day and night. Not all days, but a lot of long nights. Me, Frank, Primal Man, Gonzo. I mean, we hit it hard. And we're going to bring you this, and we're bringing it to you tonight. That's what we're doing for you guys because we love you. Yeah, this is what we do. Yep. So, but I did have somebody in the chat or in the backstage, but they didn't jump on. So, but you know what? I think this is a great segue into. I want to welcome Dippin too. Dippin, welcome. You are welcome to come on the stream, buddy. And I would love to talk to you about a few things. I know you. I think you had some issues with MD and MGTOW Dictionary, which I'm going to give a shout out to MD. MD, shout out to you, man. I think everybody's point of view in the umbrella of the manosphere is very, very, very important. So we don't all have to agree, but I think your input and everybody is valuable. Just remember that. So again, you know, Ivan Throne says, and this is kind of an important quote, because when the talking stops, the shooting starts. And what I mean by that is when the talking stops, the shooting starts. What it means is that when people can't have discourse, can't converse about issues, things that concern men, concern women, that's when things go awry. So topics like tonight, you know, I think Gene had a great opening comment, opening topic for Get It Off Your Chest. But I think it's time to go to Gonzo News. You guys ready?
Oh, man.
Let's do it.
Go.
Gonzo News.
Coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas, Gonzo News.
There it is.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right,
Here
let's
we go.
do it.
We've got a lot of, I mean, wow. So much has been canceled tonight. Not just tonight. These past couple weeks, past couple months. Not our course. I just want to make that clear. But a lot of things have been canceled. And top of the list tonight of the cancelings. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Top of the list of the cancelings. Comic strip. Your Sunday comics have been canceled, guys.
What?
It sounds like a joke, but it's true. First, and this comes from TampaFP.com. First, it was Mr. Potato Head, then Dr. Seuss, and now Mallard Fillmore. Mallard Fillmore has been canceled.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the comic strip. Did y'all ever read Mallard Fillmore?
Yep.
What about the Family Circle?
Family
Is that
Circus?
what it's called? Family Circle? Is
They're
that?
too white. They're not allowed anymore.
Oh boy.
Family Circus. Well, now the announcement here, this says on Monday, Gannett announced it was canceling Mallard Fillmore, the long-running comic strip with a conservative perspective, because of a pair of cartoons critical of President Joe Biden's promotion of transgender rights. The decision essentially slams the door on Mallard Fillmore's creator, Bruce Tinsley, to 261 newspapers across the country, according to the Washington Times. Gannett objected to two cartoons that appeared in mid-February, the Times reported. The first depicted Biden saying, "For too long, segregation sullied women's sports. They were restricted to women. Thank goodness those dark days are over." And the other, Biden says, "I hear what you, the American people, want me to do. Kill fossil fuel jobs, devalue Americans' labor, and help more transgender athletes beat the bleep out of biological females." Now the strip has been canceled, and at first it seemed they denied the fact that it was over the Biden strips, but now there has since been clarification it was because of the Biden strips. So can't say it. Can't express that.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Finn, is that a Kobe jersey? The original. I thought so. Nice.
Nice.
I'm a
Let's
Shaq fan.
Let's welcome Mr. Finn to the beginning of Gonzo News. Mr. Finn, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing
Glad
well.
to have
So
you.
I didn't mean to interrupt Gonzo's news. Keep
Absolutely
on going.
not, man.
Good to be
You are-
here. Thank you.
You are always welcome. Your input is valuable. So, but yeah, you guys, the funny papers, the Sunday paper was growing up for me. That was huge, man.
Oh yeah.
That was huge.
For
Huge.
all of us.
Huge. Peanuts, everything that, I grew up with the old Looney Tunes. You guys remember that? The old Looney Tunes. I don't even think you can see the Looney Tunes that I grew up with. The old Bugs Bunny with blackface, things like that. I'm pretty sure that's all gone. I think they've changed all that. I mean, I used to grow up with, God, I'm trying to think. What is it? Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy. You guys remember that? I might be a little older than you guys, but yeah, the whole Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, and
What was that?
all that stuff, man. I mean, that was Sunday mornings to me. That was Saturday and Sunday mornings was watching Bugs Bunny and what's the one? Oh, what's the name of it? Aesop's Fables. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Marty remembers that. Aesop's Fables, okay? Remember the book closes on him? There it is. What's Anthony say? Did you?
No, Kobe was Catholic.
Yeah,
Gonzo,
he went to mass the morning he died.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was Catholic. Always. Yeah, he became Catholic when he married, and he went to mass that Sunday, that morning before he took the flight, and he died. Just a little thought.
I appreciate that, Anthony. I want to go back to Gonzo real quick. Gonzo, you did the video here this past week when you brought up the 5 Chinese brothers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know how much that brought back memories that I think I forgot about.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened to me when I made the video. I was like thinking about Dr. Seuss and I'm like, oh my God, I remember this. Yeah.
Tell me the story of the 5 Chinese brothers to kind of refresh my memory.
Now it's been a really long time. So don't quote me on this, but I think so. Basically the way it works is there's the 5 Chinese brothers and they all have basically different superpowers. They all look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so people can easily mistake each one for the other one. But basically, one of them, I think his neck is invincible. Like they can't cut his head off or do anything like that. The other one can breathe indefinitely, like underwater, or like he can basically live without oxygen. The other one can survive burning, and
I was gonna say, wasn't one put in like an oven?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have the book somewhere. I'll have to like dig it up one of these days, and read the whole thing. But yeah, basically what happens is I think one of them gets convicted for a crime or so. And the other one can swallow the ocean.
That's right.
Can swallow the ocean. But yeah, the dude gets convicted for a crime, and basically, if my memory serves, all the brothers kind of they try to execute him and they fail, and they end up like doing the switcheroo to basically save the dude's life. So they think it's the one guy, but it's actually all 5 of them just switching between their superpowers. If that makes any sense.
How about Swimmy? Do you guys remember Swimmy?
No.
No, Swimmy was the little blackfish in the whole sea of whitefish. And when they all got together, he became the eyeball. So they all grouped together and formed a big fish to frighten off the other fish. So is that politically correct now, Swimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Canceled.
It's encouraged.
You know? My mom gave me a book a few years ago. I think I have it in my office. It's If I Had a Dog. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one. It's kind of one of those old little hardback books that we used to get when we were kids. So, but yeah, Five Chinese Brothers, man, that brought back some memories. That just was not, it was not in my memory bank, we'll just say, but it brought back a lot of memories. So I started like looking into it. I'm like, I haven't heard that Five Chinese Brothers in a long, long time. So. But,
growing up, like, did you ever read Tiki Tiki Tembo?
That I haven't. No.
The one. It's another one of those. It's like a Chinese folktale children's book, but it's like about this kid who has a really long name, and so the mother gave this kid a really long name, and gave the other kid a really short name. And so what happens is the kid with the short name falls down a well, and he almost drowns. But then when the other brother says, "Hey, Chang has fallen down the well," she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll go resuscitate him." So they resuscitate him and he's fine. And then Tiki Tiki Tembo Nosa Rambo Chari Bari Pit Pit Peri Pembo falls down the well. And then Chang is like trying to tell his mother, like, hey, Tiki Tiki Tembo yada yada has fallen down the well. And she's like, "What? I can't tell what the hell you're trying to tell me." And yeah, and he basically, I don't remember if he drowns to death or he nearly dies.
I was going to say, he dead.
He dead.
So, yeah, okay. Yeah, Ricky, that's a good, I'm going to look into that.
They would not, I once went through a list recently. It was like, this was recently, I went through a list of all these books that they don't show to children anymore. And I feel like that would fit very well on there. Like, there's a lot of them. I even hear they don't even do The Old Woman Who Swallowed a Fly. That's too offensive.
Oh.
But in the vein of that, we have a list here from the Washington Examiner. Brand values, companies that have fallen victim to cancel culture in the past year. So we've got Dr. Seuss. We've got Mr. Potato Head. We've got Aunt Jemima. Jemima. And Tony, if I'm correct, like you still have the bottles?
Oh, I've got two of them. I got Aunt Jemima and Miss Butterworth's. I bought them as soon as I heard they were going to be canceled. The only thing I missed out on was Uncle Ben, because I grew up with Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's rice.
It's converted rice. I have no idea what that means, but whatever it is, he converted. So.
That's right. They got Uncle Ben on the front, like the little dude on there.
Yeah. Does anybody know what Uncle Ben's converted rice means? Is there
maybe it's like just instant rice, right? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe I think it is actually.
Put some water, throw it in the microwave, nuke it.
He was savage, and he turned Catholic.
Yeah,
they converted his ass. That's what happened.
I think Uncle Ben's converted rice is actually like rice ground up,
partially cooked. It's partially cooked.
Is that what it is? Partially cooked.
Yeah.
Parboiled.
Yeah. So
boiled. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the conversion. So, well, you guys are learning a lot here tonight. I really hope you get a lot out of this, because who knew what converted rice was? One more time, though, tonight and tonight only. New course dropping tonight. How you can meet a high-value woman. $4.99, Volume 1. This is 10 volumes, okay? We actually had 12. We converted them into 10, okay? So tonight we're going to do a special. Tactical soap, of course, get your soap. There's a link in the description of the video. But this is brand new. Me, Frank Pesci, who just left. Frank, sorry we missed you. I saw in the chat that you were heading out. If you want to come back in. Me, Gonzo, and Man had put this together just for you guys tonight. So, again, we're going to do a special, and we'll announce it here shortly.
Hey, really quick.
Add 200 to that, and you can get my vegan course.
You know what's interesting, though, right? Good thing about getting a high-valued woman. You know what? You got to be a high-valued man as well, right? So don't be some beta and think you're going to get yourself a high-valued woman. Get your shit together.
That's not on my course.
My course. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that should be by default. I shouldn't have to say it.
No. You could, you know what? If you buy my course, you can be a vegan and you can get high value women for $200. If that other course doesn't work, come to my course, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
So you're actually saying a high value vegan.
Yeah. If that exists.
So realistically, let's say you go on 3 dates at $258. That's $750.
Yeah.
You at $700, think about it, guys. You're actually saving $50 if you get Anthony's course. I mean,
actually, you know, if you spend that much money on a vegan date, good Lord, man, you're eating a lot of turnips there.
A lot of soy.
Well, I hope you get there by bicycle because a vegan shouldn't be using a car, right? I mean, vegan don't use animal products. Petrol should be out of the question.
Yeah, well, you know,
that's it's going to save you all around.
Not to mention all the bugs they kill.
You got to figure. Well, you got to figure at least a 30-minute rickshaw Uber will cost you at least $100, right? So, I mean, that's a lot of. Think about it. You know, if you're going to be a vegan and you're going to save power and not use petrol, you got to figure a rickshaw ride to meet, say, Anthony Velasquez. It's going to be $100 there, $100 back, and $50 for dinner. So,
just for the record, I'm not a high valued female, so
yeah, that's with a tip, though. That's with a tip.
How much is this Anthony squared course, Anthony?
Well, I'm adding
squared. How much is it?
I'm adding it to the course that Tony's offering. You know, for an extra $200, you get my vegan course. Yeah. How to be a vegan. Why it's called
Tony Squared.
Yeah. You know, but it's a great thing, and I want everybody to get on it now, because tomorrow it's going to be worth a lot more.
When is someone going to come out with a course called "How to Stay a Virgin"?
They've already found that one.
Oh, wait. Let's not give that away, Primal Man. You know that's our next next 12 volumes. Yeah. In fact, that's probably going to go into 15 volumes. Yeah.
I can give you a 3-step, just a basic one for free, but I mean, I'm not offering a course, but later on we can add that. You want to know how?
John Boston has a real serious question here. He says, Tony, what is a high value female? Is that covered in volume 1? Let's put it this way. We do touch on that, but realistically, we don't dive hard into that until at least you've bought 3 volumes. So probably the 4th and the 5th volume is when we really, really dive hard deep into that. And that's and we want to give you value, and that's why we spend so much time. In fact, Marty spent last night with us working on volumes 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now we had to kind of redo those. Okay. Because Marty had some great input, especially from his channel about dating apps. And we get into dating apps. I think we really get into that in 9 and 10. Again, we had 12 original. We condensed it into 10. But tonight we're going to give a super deal on that. You guys have no idea. I mean, you don't even know what you're in for.
Well, and guys, I just really want to just stress the value of this course because, you know, there's nothing more terrifying than waking up after, like, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 50 years and realize that you have been in bed every night with your average liberal feminist woman. And it's just not worth it, guys. Yeah. It's just not worth it. So we are saving you so much money and so much time and so much heartbreak. You know, in this is honestly a steal. These 12
it really is.
courses.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. And we talk about the coyote woman. Okay. And I think that's in volume 7, if I'm correct, Marty, volume 7, where you actually have to, and it's been done. You actually have to chew your arm off
to escape.
Yeah, to leave. I mean, you have to do it. But we actually go over the finer points on how you do it and how you can put the tourniquet on and actually cut. If you don't have something to cut, we'll show you. We actually show you how to chew your arm off. I mean, it's going to be a little bit graphic, but we're going to do that for you. And we're going to do that for you. Again, volume 1, we basically go over the basics. You're going to get a lot of value out of this, but we're going to show you how to meet a high value woman in volume 1. Now, again, volume 1, okay, is going to show you how to meet her. Volume 2, 3, 4, and 5 is actually going to show you how to keep her. And that's just a teaser. So, but that's it. So, I've got a couple people that want to come on. You guys, it's a little late. I know we're in the middle of news, but I'm going to bring on James Stones real quick. We got an avatar, and this always frightens me. But James Stone, Carl Tucker, I want you to hang backstage real quick, okay? And I'll bring you on. But James, I'm going to bring you on. So speak now or forever hold your peace. James?
Hey guys, how's it going?
How's it going,
James?
Oh, it's just a great night tonight. Loving the content. You guys keep pumping it out, and it's some great stuff.
I got a question. Why is it always porn? Why is it always porn?
Well, because they're living in a foreign world.
Can we let's get a little more creative?
We're gonna bring on Carl Tucker.
Show a tray of some tofu or something.
Yeah, okay, Carl Tucker. We're gonna and I'm gonna give him a lot of I'm gonna give him a little credit because I'm gonna have to go back there and blur that out, but that will be blurred out. Just so you guys know,
it was anime. It was anime. So I mean,
yeah, it was, but still, Carl Tucker, you got about 4 seconds. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm just trying to recover. That was some child porn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was young, someone did something to me, and I don't like seeing that shit, man.
Okay.
And yeah, I just can't stand niggers, and they.
Okay, Carl, I'm gonna say that I just
oh man,
unbelievable. I appreciate your attempt, but good try. But thank you, but no thank you.
Wow.
But wow, early. So let's continue on with Gonzo news.
Wow. Well, I mean, we're gonna have trouble after the high standard that has been set here. So let's see here. We're gonna continue our countdown to canceled properties of the past year. This one surprised me. I didn't hear about this one, but Disney has been canceled.
No way.
Disney has been canceled. Now I've talked about Disney. I think everybody's talked about Disney. There's a lot of problems with Disney, but I didn't expect they'd be canceled over this stuff here. Let's see. In the past year, Disney has announced that 2 of its attractions that have long been the subject of racial controversy would be getting a change-up. Splash Mountain was criticized for its connection to the movie Song of the South. Yeah. It will soon be themed after the animated film The Princess and the Frog. So they've covered that up. The company announced in June, Disney said in January that The Jungle Cruise, which many have complained contains offensive depictions of native people, will also be adjusted.
Wow. And when you're talking about the first one, that is called Splash Mountain, just so you guys know. Mm-hmm. That's where that is in Disney. Yeah, I've been to Disney a million times, guys. And I've been on Jungle Cruise for sure. Mm-hmm. So, but what was the first one again? That was the
Splash Mountain.
Yeah, that Splash Mountain ride is what that is. Great ride. But
yeah, it's horrible because it is illustrated after Songs of the South, and this whole hysteria over cancel culture and Songs of the South. I mean, they're trying. I mean, it's very laced with Orwellian doctrine because they're just trying to erase the past. And if you look at Songs of the South, I mean, what's that most famous song? Zippity Doo Dah. I mean, come on, it's part of history. There's no single culture that can hide or erase any kind of segregation or slavery. I mean, you got to see what the growth has come. So just to cancel that because of its roots, it's just terrible.
In Splash Mountain, that's the song that's in there. Zippity doo.
I know.
I mean, I've got pictures of me, my brothers, and Splash Mountain, just hands in the air, like you just don't care. And to me, that's part of the culture. That's part of our, it's not something that's racist. And, first of all, I don't believe in racism. So anybody that's out there, if you want to try to troll me with racism, just so you know, you're not racist, you're evil.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Tony. And I've had this argument many times. It's like we're all the human race. We have different pigmentation in our skin, and there's differences in culture. There's differences in ethnicity, but we're all the human race, you know? So it's just ridiculous. Hey, Dippin.
Hey, Dippin.
Dippin, welcome. How are you? How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just here to say hi.
You are not a bad looking dude, Dippin. Why are you so hard on
No,
yourself?
woman decide who is good looking. So
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, you know? I mean,
no. We on the black community, we already discussed this, and we all know it's all about looks. So I'm not good looking.
Dippin,
I'm bald and I'm smashing hot girls.
No.
Dippin, how old are you?
I'm in my early 30s.
Okay, Dippin, I'm 58 years old. I'm 5'7", 168 pounds. Okay, I meet all the pretty women that I ever need to meet. So I don't want to hear any excuses. You are going to get lifted up on this channel. You are not going to knock down. I can tell you that right now.
I agree with that. And I wanted to point out, right, in one of Nutshots, I think it was his last video, he made a point that I have been a big advocate for. You know, looks, I mean, we all look different. We're all individuals. We're all unique. But confidence will carry you so much further than how you look. It's how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. That will go so much further than looks. And the funny thing is, and this is something that kind of Gene was talking about earlier, and if we get a chance, I'll mention it, about the difference between if a man cheats and a woman cheats. Men are more primal. Men are more on the visual aspect. Men are more the urge, whereas women have more of an emotional connection, this feel involved in it. So those of us who are men, you know, men who are men, if you carry confidence, if you step into a place chest out, head up high, knowing who you are and not caring so much about what people think of you, that will go a long ways. That will go further than your looks will, for sure. For men.
Dippin, you could smash. And here's my advice. This is what helped me. I did the Gonzo route. I did a ton of weight loss. It's not hard. If you contact me at my Instagram, I will let you know. I don't charge you nothing. I will tell you how I lost all my weight. I lost 95 pounds in 110 days. You know, but here's the thing. Lift up heavy things. I know there's maybe no gyms around you. Lift. I'm telling you, nothing's more masculine than a guy that can lift heavy stuff. It doesn't matter if you're 5'2" or 6'2". Dude, you're not a bad looking guy. I'm telling you. Well,
No,
maybe because I'm in New York and in where I live is a lot of Indian. They smash all the time, man. Dippin'. I'm telling you, it's your confidence. You go, you get confident. You walk up to a woman, say, "Hey, what's up? My name is Dippin'. Let's go take a walk." Even though they reject you 8 times out of 10, 2 times out of 10, they're gonna go with you, man.
Yeah, but I already did this, so it didn't work. I tried for 10 years, but also I don't want to talk about my looks because I'm on Black Pill Community since 2018, so it's been now 3 years. So I'm tired about talking about looks. So
yeah, the problem with looks too. Sorry, Marty, but the problem with looks too is because we live nowadays in a society that is inundated with social media and what the culture, quote unquote, is promulgating of what looks should be, what beauty should be. And this gets back to my argument of being confident. Look, we can't change how God made us, right? I mean, sure, you can go on a diet, lift weights, and it's a really good thing, right? Pick up heavy shit, put heavy shit down, be the best version that you can be. There's 8 billion people in the world. I mean, come on. We don't all see the same, like the same thing how can I say this? We don't all see attraction the same way, I guess I can say. So I think when you emphasize too much on looks and physical appearance, that is a fallacy, because people neglect to realize looks fade. Your beauty is going to fade. What you are, who you are in the core is what's going to last. And that is what's more important. Know who you are, know what you bring, and don't give a rat's ass really of what really people think. I mean, keep that circle of people whose opinions about you matter. Keep it small, and people outside of that circle, whatever, who cares, you know? And I think a lot of it comes to developing or building your own confidence, trying to learn how to be charismatic and things like that, you know, because looks come and go. And nowadays with YouTube, Instagram, and just media in general, they just propagate this idea of beauty. Whatever.
But Dippin', one thing I want to say is the new course dropping tonight, How to Meet a High Value Woman. Again, we condensed 12 volumes into 10. And we actually talk about confidence. I think it's in volume 9, if I'm correct, guys. So realistically, you only have to buy 9 volumes at $4.99 each to get to the confidence level. Okay? And special tonight. Let me ask you a question, Dippin'. Would you buy this course for $4.99?
I'm sorry, but no. I'm telling.
Good for you, Dippin'. Good for you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to drop the bomb on everybody. You guys know this is a troll, right? I mean, this is not real. Okay.
I was thinking.
Okay, this is not real. This is not real, guys. We're not.
You just realizing this is a joke right now?
I just hope everybody caught this. That you know, this is just fun. We've been doing this for a while.
I'm not trolling, but
with everybody in the chat, and there's a reason I'm doing this, guys. There's a reason I have this up there. Okay. You don't need to spend $499 again on volume 1. Again, we condensed 10 into 12 or 12 into 10. Just so you guys know, it's a complete troll. There is no How to Meet a High Value Woman course. Okay. Could I write one and sell one? Fuck yeah. In 2 seconds.
Alfredo said, we're just selling more snake oil. No, man, this is the best snake oil you've ever seen.
Where is that? Where is that?
Alfredo. And then he's like, oh, okay, good. Just joking. LOL.
Yeah. So,
he's from Midtown Dictionary.
And the whole idea of this tonight was to make a point, okay? What it was a social experiment. And to see who was actually looking at this and saying, okay, yeah. Again, we were going to go, we condensed 12 volumes into 10, and we were going to, again, confidence now, Dippin', confidence, that was volume 9. So tonight only, we were going to give you, not tonight only, we're going to give you all 10 volumes for $29.99. Okay, that's all 10. Okay, and you're talking. Do you know how much you saved there? You saved $2,001 on buying them all tonight. Were we going to throw in tactical soap? Hell yeah, not a problem. Okay, so just so you guys know, that was a troll. Little social experiment tonight. I wanted to do that because of I just wanted to. There's a reason why I did this. Okay. The reason is that y'all guys got to stop fucking listening to fucking cult leaders, to guys that bring you in to this corner where you don't deserve to be in. Okay, you need to pick your own ass up, grab yourself by the fucking shorts, and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. You don't need somebody to lead you into the promised land. The only leader to lead you into the promised land is yourself.
That's right.
Okay? And that's the reality. You want to meet a high value woman, create the best version of yourself.
That's it.
Okay? Lift some weights. Be strong. You know, there's a big thing about and dipping. You know, I know for a fact that I know MGTOW dictionary, and I you know what, I like MD. I do, and I appreciate their show. I think it is. I think all content under the umbrella of the manosphere is very important. Whether we agree with it or not, I think people need to put their points of view out. Like I said, when the talking stops, the shooting starts. And what that means is when the talking stops, the discourse, the communication, the we'll call it the how do I put this? The discussion of philosophies, okay? Whether you agree or disagree, but I think it's real important that we all do this, that we still get the things out there that we believe. Now, people say that dipping that confidence isn't important. Well, let me tell you what confidence does for you. Confidence will help you when you do talk to that woman and she does blow you off. I could give a flying shit I could care less.
That's
you know
it.
why? Because I will come across the woman that's going to like a 58-year-old man, say 57, 58-year-old man who has a shaved head, who weighs 168 pounds and is 5'7". There are women out there that enjoy me. I've never had a problem meeting a woman. When I entered the manosphere, guess what? I shouldn't meet any women. None. Zero. I'm not over 6 foot. Well, right now I only have a 4-pack, not a 6-pack, but 6-pack abs, 6 figures. Yeah. Do I make a little bit of money? Yeah. But, you know, look, status, and what's the other one? Look, status,
Money.
are 3 of the big things that people talk about.
LMS.
Go ahead.
I got a question for the chat. We're talking about women here. I want to know what are your motives, each individual in the chat. What are your motives for wanting a woman? Why do you want a woman? And be honest. Leave it in the chat. Yeah.
Well, that's a great question. You know, a lot of people want it for selfish reasons. A lot of people want it so they're just not alone. So that's a really good question. And the thing about confidence is super important. I mean, not to make a shameless plug, but last Tuesday I did a live, and my focus, right? Because my channel is about English and improving and knowing how to communicate well in English. And my idea was to how to start and maintain conversations. And I'm going to divide this into 2 kind of lives. I'm going to continue it next Tuesday, because last Tuesday when I started on this topic, the way you start conversations or maintain conversations is first you have to have confidence. So basically the whole live I made was giving my tips and my pointers on how you can build and develop confidence. And I went from my own personal experience and things that I know that work. And the funny thing is, like, my wife, when I met her, because I've been married twice, right? And I have I believe, a perspective on a married life. My first marriage was shit. Like, man, I learned a lot and I suffered a lot. My current marriage is awesome. Is it easy? Of course not. Any relationship in any aspect takes work, and it's, you know, it's just tough. It's a lot of work, but you got to have confidence, because if you're going to do anything, let alone get into a relationship, you just got to know who you are, what you bring to the table, and not give a shit about what other people think of you. Because unfortunately, like the world we live in nowadays with this social media, and we all want to be liked. We all want to fit in. Why? These people don't know us, you know? And so who do we care? Why do we care what they think? I don't know how many times I've embarrassed my wife because we go somewhere to eat and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm all like, my love, the people they're saying this or looking at, who cares? Too bad I can't buy our meal on their opinion. I don't care. I feel bad for my wife. I don't mean to embarrass her, but I don't care. I really don't care because they do nothing for me. They can talk all they want to talk. They don't live my life. They don't pay my bills. They don't put food on my table. So what? So what Tony said is exactly right. You go and approach someone, you make a comment, you introduce yourself, you start conversation. They blow you off. Okay, think like this. It's their loss. It's their loss. And you move on. So what? So, okay, yeah, I understand looks. Looks are important nowadays. Fine. That goes back to my argument. Lift some weights, eat right, be the best version of yourself that you can be. And then whatever. You can't expect everybody to like you. And so what? So what? Like yourself first. Be comfortable in your own skin. And then let the chips fall where they may. And that's it,
Hey, Dippin, the only thing I want to say to you is I kind of want you to answer Primal's question about what you're looking for in a woman, but the first thing I always preach to every guy I meet is love yourself first. Love being alone, love doing things by yourself. If you love yourself and you love going to the movies alone, you're not going to then be desperate and then go with some woman because you don't want to go to the movies alone. What's the quote? Don't be in a toxic relationship because you're lonely. It's like drinking Clorox if you're thirsty.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want Dippin to answer that question. Dippin, what are your intentions with a woman? Why do you want a woman? There is no right or wrong answer.
Let me pause. Let me pause real quick here. I want to put Primal Man's thing on there, and I want to bring on somebody real quick, Steve in accounting. Steve, I want you to go ahead, and we get a lot of trolls this time, so go ahead and say something real quick.
You guys hear me okay?
I can hear you good now.
Okay, great. Yeah, everything you're saying about, by the way, not a troll. Former MLD customer here, got his products for about a better part of a year. And everything you guys are saying about a man already has everything he needs and all that kind of stuff, you're totally right. The whole cult mindset of his community was basically to beat you down and basically tell, we cuss on here? I'm not sure.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Basically tell the guy that he's a piece of shit, doesn't have what he needs and stuff like that. He's not a whole person. He's not enough to actually go out there and get the girls and, just present as himself, and that he needs this coaching from MLD that only MLD and his, generals of the hot dude army can provide. And so they tear you down that way. And then basically you're just being kind of strung along through the course of these kind of webinar based courses. And that's kind of it. And it really, the thing is, there is no room for dissent. Anyone who has anything negative or critical to say, maybe they want they've got some qualifying questions, or they say something like, okay, I tried that and this happened. So what do I do now? Anything like that, you're beaten down, you're derided for being difficult to work with. You won't take advice. You won't let people help you. You're stubborn, insufferable, stuff like that. And it got down to a point finally at the end of Body Language Mastery Q4, where I was like, these guys are kind of full of shit. And, once I kind of stopped getting the, I guess that I had already come a long ways anyway, but, I'd done it on my own. I didn't need their products or anything like that. But, this whole thing about berating customers and telling them they're shit, just so they'll move on and stop, you got a pissed off customer now who's just going to move on and not spend any more money with you, blows my mind. It's the goof of all time, if you ask me.
What did you think of my banner when I put it up? Did you see it before I exposed?
No, I didn't see that. I did hear that you guys were pitching that phony course or whatever. I thought you guys were being serious about that.
Okay, here it is.
Quality woman for $500, $600 or whatever.
Right here. Again, this is new course dropping tonight. How to meet a high value woman, $4.99, volume 1. We did condense again 12 volumes into 10. Okay, and tonight only. It was, you would get Tactical Soap, which I am not ragging on Tactical Soap. I love it. Scott is a great friend of mine. It's a great product. It's a business that was built by a man for men. Okay. Scott's a great friend of mine. I wouldn't promote something that I do not use. It's natural. It's great stuff. So it is not a knock on Tactical Soap. It's a great product, all natural. Just a great product. Hey, if it gives you a little edge, that's fantastic, But so anyways, this is kind of the troll that I did tonight. and it was a social experiment. Just so you know, Steve, in accounting, it was a social experiment tonight.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I kind of severed myself with that community 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I was honestly ready to just leave well enough alone. But then I started seeing all these MLD videos popping up, and actually, I saw the one with you and Anthony Dream Johnson. Saw a lot of John Anthony lifestyle stuff, and then the new MGTOW dictionary stuff started coming out, and I was like, wait a minute, there's something. My experiences can't just be unique. I mean, I think it's almost kind of a duty, at least, to kind of speak my piece and get out there and make sure my story is told, because these guys can't be allowed to do this shit to other guys again.
Did you see the live stream from 21 Studios did with MGTOW Dictionary on what day was it, Tony?
That was yesterday. Yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday. Yeah. Anthony, Steve from accounting. This is going to blow your mind when you see what they have on MLD. It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff had kind of been coming out for a while. I mean, a lot of the old videos and stuff like that, and the photographing little kids and all that kind of stuff. But when you're in that community, it's basically shut the fuck up. It's like, that's regarded as just a bunch of, I don't know, miscreants just trying to stir shit up. And, what is it? You're taking evidence. You're just fabricating shit. That's what their answer would be to any of that. And I think if you get a little too vocal with that on their communities, at least if you're one of those customers, you just get booted. They just kick you out. But a lot of the stuff I had kind of been hearing of, and yeah, I did see the long stream with MGTOW Dictionary like yesterday or so. Watched most of it. Is that the one of John Somnes, or is it the one that's more recent than that?
No, this is yesterday on 21 Studios. Anthony Johnson did a stream with MD.
Okay.
It was brutal. It was savage. It was. I'm going to say something right here now, real quick, just so you guys know. I did a social experiment tonight, and everybody was in on it. In fact, Marty wasn't in on it at first. I'm not quite sure what
I figured it out early.
Yeah.
When you guys were telling me, I kind of had a feeling it was fake, but I just wanted to plug it along.
Yeah, I wasn't in on it either, but I kind of got that sense as well.
Okay. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to see who was going to agree, who was going to disagree. So I think when somebody watches this video, people, we get, usually on my streams, I'll get 300 to 400 people watch this. Just so you guys know, another quick thing I want to tell you about is that this is about the Manosphere content. The same streams, 21, all that, when we did how the Manosphere has failed men, that video, because it has conflict, it has drama, has over 2,000 views on my channel. The video on how the Manosphere, the same amount of people it reached, how the Manosphere has helped men, I think it has 300 or 400 views. So what does that tell you overall? Think about that.
It tells you there's a bunch of drama, little hungry seeking
beta.
What betas?
Betas.
Wouldn't you be more interested in a video that says how has the Manosphere helped men? What has it has done to improve people? Okay. So then we got to look at if we dive deeper in that, okay? Yeah, Al says people love conflict. And conflict sells, man. It does. Yeah. Conflict and drama sells. But we also got to look at it, okay, to the point to where this is my take on this, okay? I don't want to say I'm a Manosphere channel, but because we do deal with men's issues, we welcome all women here. We have a lot of women in the chat all the time, and that's great. And they're coming into men's spaces because they want to see what men have to say, and that's okay. But what does that tell you that when people gravitate toward the negative, what does that tell you? That tells you that they're injured, they're damaged, okay? That's a big issue. And my issue is with I'm not going to say now, Steve, you gave your point as far as, MLD's, what is it, body language master course.
Yeah, and then pandemic pickup around this time last year.
Yeah. You know, you could have messaged me or Marty on IG or Twitter, and we would have helped you out for free. Let's put it that way. A non-issue. So what does that tell you? When this is the issue, is that when a man is hurt or injured, I'm really about like, I really genuine believe in that guy, and I'm not calling anybody out, nor will I do it right now. But when a man is injured and reaches out, sometimes they're going to, when a man reaches out to you genuinely, that's great. But also a man, when he's injured or hurt, is going to go ahead and buy these courses and say, hey, this is going to improve my life.
Yep.
But 9 out of 10 times, to be honest, it doesn't. It doesn't do that.
The funny thing is, I mean, this is coming from a guy who actually did get laid before body language mastery and before pandemic pickup and all that kind of stuff. I just found myself early last year, you know, the lockdown had just started. I had kind of been on a just kind of a one and a half year hiatus from dating, just personal preference, really. Got shut down pretty hard by a couple girls a couple years ago, and I just wanted to focus on other shit. But was, you know, didn't have a problem getting out there and getting laid. And yeah, I mean, the whole thing is BLM's the MLD courses are really they're catered to the entry, really. I mean, the guy who really, maybe they're dealing with a lot of adult male virgins. It's a lot of like getting guys from 0 to 1. And at the very last day, finally, when it was all said and done, I was given a dare to actually get one of my Bumbo matches to come over. And so I did, and showed screenshots and everything, shared it in the chat. And then I said, you know, just based on how I'd been treated, how they just antagonized me and just insulted me and stuff like that, because they treat their students like that. And this isn't just like ball busting, like, you know, you and your buddies are in a bar, you know, because you don't know these guys like this. I mean, you don't know me like that. You know, if you're gonna like talk shit about me with this real like personal like digging stuff, I mean, that's one thing. But so took them on their dare and got this hot little pre-med student, 24 years old, to come over to my place. We cooked, got laid, broke about a 2-year dry spell. Most of that dry spell, by the way, was self-imposed. So then I told them on the chat, I said, by the way, just so you guys know, I got myself here. You guys didn't do shit to get me here. And, you know, that's really it. And then they banned me. So
how much did that cost you?
Let's see. Pandemic pickup, I think, was about $397 or something. So it was like 400 or so. And that gets you like 2.5 weeks of webinars and then a dedicated chat through the end of the year. And then body language mastery, he had been raising the prices progressively, like $200 a quarter for a year or so. So that was $800. And so overall, out over 1,000 with just MLD. But then the thing is, after they treat you like shit, you know, in those first few webinars, and the thing is, it's not really like you're coming on to actually learn anything. They're webinar based. So it's really just kind of a come one, come all. And it's like you get in line to ask a question. And that's not really like a structured like teaching.
And who are you asking the questions to? I got.
You're asking the questions to MLD if he's on,
God.
and his selected generals of the Hot Dude Army. And you know, some of them depending on.
You know, that sounds so gay. I'm sorry, but it
I know that's it does. I'll be straight up with you. But anyway, so after they tear you down like that, you'll end up getting a call from someone that night later on after the webinar. It'll be the next day, and it'll be one of the generals hitting you up saying, "Hey, buddy, how's it going, man? You know, I understand where you're coming from." And he's like, he pitches himself to you as like the nice guy. And then they basically want to upsell you on their services, and they got a lot of like one-on-one coaching stuff. And the thing is, it's considered MLD approved.
Who would be upselling you? You can name names.
The thing is, I mean, I don't know if I want to like come out with names like quite yet, but I mean, if you watch his show Dude Party that he puts on, that's a good assortment of them. They're not all bad either. Some actually did give me some pretty solid advice, and most of it was like kind of common sense, but stuff I needed to hear anyway. But then there are some guys that just want to fucking milk you for every penny you're worth and just treat you like shit. And they're kicking you down the entire time, just the whole ways through. Which really it befuddled me, like how it got to a point they actually let me just get banned. You know, if they had at least lied to me and said that I was making tremendous progress. Holy shit. You know, Steve, you can get out there and just slay and all that kind of stuff. Now, look what you've done in the past couple of years. You might sign up for this upgrade course for advanced people like you. I probably would have done it, to be honest. But I saw the cracks, the like kind of hairline fractures, like started to kind of, they started showing up. I mean, they started appearing. And it really kind of started shaking my faith a little bit because, I mean, it is kind of like a religion. They want you to basically take it on faith. And yeah, if they had just continued to lie to me and just tell me good stuff, I may well have still been with them.
Full of water. It's heavy.
So
hang on here.
Of course not. I don't mind. Of course.
Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
no, that was it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I finished that thought.
I'm sorry to hear that, Steve, because there's so many good guys out there, you know, that would have told you what this guy's a scam. All these pickup artists I see online.
Well,
There's a guy that's telling women how to
Rolex.
cold approach.
Yeah.
So I made a video. It's going to come out in like a bunch of weeks. It's going to come out in 2 weeks. It's called "Who Wants to Go to Jail?"
Yeah.
Cold approach. You know, don't listen to these guys.
There are ways to do it. I think still you can successfully do it, but I mean, for a lot of people, cold approach just isn't where it's at. I mean,
let me ask you guys a question. To me, the whole thing about cold approach and talking to a woman is discernment, is learning how to discern a woman's attitude toward you. And maybe that's been beat up because of social media and all sorts of validation toward women. But I think, you know, me being a little older, I can discern when somebody's into me or not, whether it be through a text game or vocal, you know, meeting somebody, you know, just out. I can discern when a woman is, you know, reciprocating. I mean, to me, it wasn't a thing until I started seeing all these courses. I mean, you know what? We're gonna real quick here. Al says choosing signals. Okay.
I have a PTSD because of the cold approach. I've done many cold approach in the club, and I was very, very humiliated. So I don't want to do cold approach anymore. I don't trust.
Dipping, unless a woman is like giving you clear signals, like her fingers, she's got 2 fingers in her mouth and she's doing things to it in front of you. Don't do a cold approach, like a vulgar cold approach. Cold approaches are normally vulgar. It's where you tell a woman you want to do stuff to her and you approach her. But, you know, if you're getting a signal from a woman, you just say hello. And if they reject you, they just saved you some time from staring at them for the rest of the night. And then the thing is, you got to keep going. I get rejected. I have a 20% rate with women at a club, at bars. I don't give a crap because I know I'm going to approach 4 women. I'm probably going to get 1.
But the thing is, I'm not afraid of woman. I can go there and talk to her. But after years and years of rejection, it affected my mind.
Yeah, it damaged your self-esteem, and that's kind of what I was talking about your self-esteem, confidence.
Dippin, where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in Portugal.
You live in Portugal? Okay.
Yeah, so my English is not very good. I speak
It's okay,
Portuguese.
man. I speak Portuguese too.
Hey, Dippin, what are your intentions?
About woman. I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I just wanted to bang a lots of women. And the sad part is I never got laid for free.
Okay, go tell them
always
that.
needed
Tell them that. When you approach, have you told them that you just want to bang them?
Sometimes when I was learning pickup artist, they teach us about direct game, indirect, or super direct. You know what is it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you do. No, I know plenty. I did a great interview with Alan Roger Curry on my channel. So, You know, I think it's discernment. I think also, I mean, I've used we'll call it direct verbal game, and it's worked like a charm. But I've discerned when it was applicable. Let's just put it that way. I think it can be a total turn on for a woman. I mean, let's get real. So.
Here's the thing: cold approach work if you are very good looking, like a Chad or a Brad. But if you're average, it will not work. That's my life experience.
Being hot is the exception to every rule for every male or female. You know, if you're genetically born like a model, supermodel, man, or you're the exception to the rule. I put that in my video. You're the exception to the rule. Like I could be confident as hell, but if Henry Cavill, the guy who plays Superman, is sitting at the bar puddling his thumbs, if that woman thinks she's a chance with him over me, she's holding out. Don't worry about the other guys. You have to worry about yourself. I'm going to give you a little story. I have been the rebound guy or the second, I don't say rebound guy. I know a lot of women who are dating men with money and everything, yet they're banging me because the guys aren't alpha. You know, eventually having money, having all this, if you don't have a masculine frame, you're not going to keep that woman happy.
Yeah.
So first learn the masculine frame, Dippin, and then worry about other things. But
I want to prod into Dippin a little bit. Dippin, what is your frame? Are you religious? Do you practice religion? Do you have a belief system?
No, I don't believe in God. I'm not a religious guy. I just want to stay away from religion.
Mm-hmm. What's your belief system? What do you believe about life? What is your purpose? What do you feel like you're here on Earth to do?
I think we are born to survive and reproduce and die. That's it.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Dippin, I just want to show you this real quick. New course dropping tonight. How to meet a high value woman for $4.99. That's volume 1. Volume 1. Okay. I do want to acknowledge Steve from accounting that jumped on tonight. I appreciate his input. We're not here trying to knock anybody. I did this as a social experiment to see who thought it was real, who thought it wasn't. Yes, I did. But again, new course dropping tonight. How to meet a high value woman. Again, $4.99. I mean, you guys go on a date, probably cost you what, $2.50? Say with a nice dinner, Uber ride. So you're talking 2 days. So $4.99, what a deal. Again, that's a troll. It was a social experiment. So I just wanted to drop that in there. So just so anybody's watching now, that was kind of a just an experiment, and it seemed to work well. So, Dippin, let me ask you a question. Have you bought any courses or anything like that?
Yeah, in the past, I lost 2,000 euros on PUA courses, online courses.
Which one?
That teach. His name is Bad Boy Lifestyle. He's from Croatia.
Okay.
And I tried to apply what he teaches, and got me nowhere. So I lost 2,000 euros, and after that, I was going out a lot in the clubs. So I spent a lot of money with alcohol too. I spent almost 70K in the clubs. So
Dippin, what are you interested in? What do you like to do? What are you good at?
I'm not good in anything, man.
Yeah, you are. You are good at something.
Man, stop.
If you're good at jerking off, you can say you're good at jerking off. What are you good at?
Yeah.
I'm not good, man.
Well, see,
I'm
see,
telling
look,
you.
but that's the thing. See, look, that's the thing. You spent money on a course, you go to clubs, and you're gonna get drinks. And the thing is, I think the motive itself is kind of the wrong angle, because I think a lot of women can kind of sense this. All right, this guy's hungry or desperate, and this is what I was trying to get to when I had first mentioned this, when you jumped on, about this idea of confidence, core, frame, and focusing on yourself. You know, go out there, have a good time, go with a couple friends. If you go by yourself, don't go with this idea, okay, I'm going to try to hook up, I'm going to go with that. No, go and have a good time. Be cool with yourself, because I mean, be the bad boy. I mean, don't be a dick. Don't disrespect, be rude, but don't give a shit, in a lack of better words. And you would be surprised at how much attention you would probably draw your direction if you did that. Does that make sense? I think the approach doesn't work, because it kind of seems kind of hungry, you know, and maybe a little desperate. And if you change your perspective, if you change your attitude and not really care, go and have a good time for yourself and see what happens. And if talk to someone, you know, engage in conversation. Okay. And if you're rejected, okay, fine. Go back to what I had said. It's your loss. Why do I say that it's your loss? Because you know who you are. You know what you bring. And it goes back to that idea of core, of confidence, of knowing who you are. And I think some things can change if you had that mindset.
Yeah. What are you interested in, Dippin? What do you like to do? There's something you like to do.
I don't want to do anything because.
Oh, that's your problem. That's your problem right there.
This stuff about woman, it's hunting me, because I'm in my early 30s and I feel the pain, you know, because I never got laid. Because I never got laid for free. I always needed to pay.
Getting laid is overrated. Finding something.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Dippin. Yeah. Getting laid is the easy part. It really, really is. I mean, that's not the hard part. Making this about getting laid is not the issue right now.
Make this about you. What do you
like?
You, my man.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Focus on
you like to
dipping.
do? Yeah, focus on what you like. Find something you like to do and focus on that for a little while.
Exactly, because you don't want to try to pretend to be somebody else just to get somebody, and then you get somebody, and then you got to change who you are because you had already changed who you are to get somebody. I mean, that's just a mess you're getting into. Exactly, you're gonna find yourself in a mess. Be true to who you are.
Find out who you are. Find out what you like.
Yeah, have that confidence, and then you're gonna attract the right person, and that's it. And then doing that, there's no second guessing. There's no like, okay, I got to try to maintain who I was when I found that person. No, you are that person. There's nothing you have to alter.
Find out what you like to do, Dippin.
Let me just stop. I think what happens is people overanalyze the situation. And I think overanalyzing the situation is a critical error in a lot of men's thought process. I think when you overanalyze, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Mr. Finn gave great advice, and I'm gonna go back to what he said. If you're gonna go out to a club or something, go out with a group of guys and have a good time. Smile. Don't worry about going to pick up women. Let me tell you something, man. I've been there a million times, and being out with the boys, whether it's a group of guys and girls, when they see that energy coming from you, guess what they want to do? They want to be part of it, party, man. They want to join that party, buddy. That's what they want. And then it can be organic from there. But when you show that super thirst, you're cock blocking yourself.
It's the number one turn off.
Yeah. So don't, you need to, we'll go back to some simple words is create the best version of yourself
first.
If you say, I mean, Dippin's a good looking dude, man. I mean, fuck, it's not like gay or anything, but I mean,
Well,
you know,
Tony, you know what's funny? There's only one dipping. There's only you. So be
Yeah.
the best you that there is, and you got to
Yeah.
capitalize on that.
Yeah. So.
And the other thing is, I was very addicted to alcohol because I wanted to suppress my emotions. And now I just like to eat junk food because I don't want to feel that bad emotions coming up. I want to suppress all emotions.
Yeah.
I
Let me
don't want
address
to
this real quick. Nutshot says, Carly, hop on the panel. She responds to him, Nuts, hop on my strap on.
I told her she's got some bite, man. I like that.
Look, dipping. You want to suppress this, like this kind of like this depression. You want to suppress these emotions. You got to change that. Why don't you start focusing on, like, all right, just feel good. Go and do some exercise. Go and lift some heavy things. Lift some weights. Do things that make you feel good, right? Don't worry about the emotional baggage. Do things that are gonna make you feel good. And once you feel good, that's good. That is what's gonna start to make you look attractive. Is when you start to feel good, when you start to smile, you go into a room and you radiate. It's like, yeah, here I am. And not care.
Dippin, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, Dippin. I'm going to bring somebody who I respect a lot. I'm not going to bring him on now, but when I get him, he's been on here a few times, but there's a certain guy that I want you to talk with. And I'm going to bring you on with me and him one night, and we'll do it soon. And it's going to be Pat Stedman. I don't know if you're familiar with Pat Stedman. Mr. Finn, Gonzo, man, you guys know Stedman. Stedman is, when it comes to a dating coach, let me tell you something. I've got a lot of respect for this guy. Okay, he's a friend of mine, but you're talking somebody with a great attitude. And when he talks about vibrations, he talks about 3D, 4D, 5D. When he breaks that down, if you go back to a couple streams ago, it was Thursday night, probably 3 weeks ago, I have a great stream with Stedman. I also have an interview with him probably 4 or 5 months ago, probably 6 months ago. But I'm going to bring Dippin on with Pat Stedman. And I think Stedman's going to help you a lot. But I think it would be a great social experiment with Dippin and Stedman. So I just think he's somebody that you could again, you know, I know all about the whole dating roaches, and you know, I understand that. You know, first 48 laws of dating is, I think the first law is never trust a dating coach. Well,
hey, Dippin.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. But I think somebody like Pat Stedman would bring everything into context for you, Dippin. I think he's a very genuine dude, and well qualified to talk to you about your situation. So let me welcome back Stephen Downing.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Can I ask Dippin a couple things?
Sure.
All right, Dippin, what kind of career are you in? What's your line of work?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I don't work, but before I was a gambler, but right now I don't sports gambler. But right now, sorry to say that, but my family pays all my bills. So
okay. Well, this is coming from a guy who's been exactly where you are. First off, don't sweat the early 30s thing. I thought when I turned 30, that was kind of actually the end of it for me. I thought I was like kind of on a long, dark path, and I was actually very much a late bloomer. Actually, it turns out that's when my sexual market value only started climbing. So when I turned 30, some things started really happening for me. It sounds like you might have a couple just. It's come from a place of love and all that, but there might be some objective like check boxes you might need to kind of take care of. Like the career thing, at least get that locked down. Get like a dedicated line of work that you're in where you're a specialist, something where you're standing on your own. And because I mean, women love nothing if not independence from a dude. So there's that. And one thing I'll share with you is, I mean, a lot of people are, you know, tossing around a lot of ideas and kind of ideas for courses and, you know, other dating coaches and counselors and stuff like that. The one most toxic idea that I picked up and took a long time to stave off when I was with that whole MLD course bullshit was the notion of follow one guru at a time. That's absolute bullshit. Don't do that, because what follow one guru at a time means is we want you to follow us unquestioning and pay us only us money. So I would be really careful about falling into that trap. On one of my last days there were actually some dissenters who told me, you know what, Steve, don't ever buy another course. You don't need them. And I would probably relate the same thing you do. And I think you've got enough life experience now, probably got a little, you know, progress. I mean, we all progress differently in different aspects of our life and stuff like that. I think you might have talked about fitness a little earlier. That's easily fixable too. But you get that stuff knocked out and get to a point where the girls are just not a big deal. Because I mean, right now I'm coming from a place of so much abundance right now that, you know, I can easily go into a place and yeah, I'll go with just dude friends, just the objective of just having fun. That's it. I'll spot a little cutie across the room. She sees I'm talking to my friends. I'm, you know, presenting myself with kind of a commanding presence, and she notices that. And she also notices that I'm not really paying her any mind. And before you know it, end up chatting with her later on the night, or some have actually come over to my table. So I mean, you get that kind of stuff that can happen. I mean, some of us need a little more work than others, and like I said, we all kind of develop differently in our kind of life course. But I don't think it sounds like you're doing bad, man. And you got time. I turned 39 late January, and you know, it's from the outlook of it now, it's only on the way up.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Dippin, do you live on your own?
Yeah, I have my own apartment, but I said because my family is paying me, so I don't feel very good about that.
Tell them to quit paying your bills. Tell them to quit paying your bills. Tell them they're doing you a disservice by paying your bills.
That's true.
You gotta grind, Dippin. You gotta grind. The better you are to yourself, the better you're gonna be to the women.
When that eviction's facing you, it's a lot easier to find motivation to get a job.
Find comfort in discomfort.
Yeah, I have a relative in the same situation, kind of thing, and his family helps him out as well. But he don't really have a reason to do anything because everyone's taking care of him. You gotta create a reason to get up every morning. You gotta have a reason to get out of bed every morning. And bills are a good reason to get out of bed.
Create your own reality.
Yeah.
Create your own world and then bring the woman into that. Especially once she finds you're not taking her as a big deal anymore. Man, nothing makes girls' panties wetter than that.
You're gonna be all right though. I mean, most of all, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna make it. That's for sure. You're gonna get it together. That's for sure.
Well, like Steve said, too, you have a lot of time ahead of you. I put it in the chat. 30s are great for men. I mean, we age very well. If you keep yourself in shape, you work out, as long as you can get it up. I mean, come on. We age well. It's different for us. It is. I mean, it's the God honest truth. So don't worry about your age. You're so old, whatever. Take care of yourself internally, physically, mentally, and you'll be fine, man. Totally.
You gotta get some work though. You gotta go to work. That's the first thing you need to do is go to work.
Dippin, I'm 58 years old and I have no complaints at all in my life. None. Zero. Absolutely.
Same here. 43.
Let's
good stuff.
Let's thank Steven Accounting for dropping in, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Great,
bro.
Steven.
Appreciate you and appreciate your input. The reason I appreciate your input because it just so happens that we did a social experiment on a for anybody watching right now that's new, I'm going to put up the banner that I put up earlier, and it's new course dropping tonight, How to Meet a High Value Woman, $4.99, Volume 1. Okay, that was a social experiment to basically see who would bite. I mean, that's what it was. Could I write a course? Could I think me, Gonzo, man, and all the guys on the panel write a course? Hell yeah, and sell it for $4.99? Easily. Do I want to do that? No, it's not that kind of channel. I mean, this is not what we're talking about. This was a social experiment because of what I see going on in the manosphere. And I'm not knocking anybody that's selling a course. If you're selling a course, doing what you do, well, whatever. That's your deal, okay? I'm not going to kick anybody, that's for sure. But again, for me to do this tonight was a social experiment to see the reaction in the chat. I think one of the guys said, "Oh, great, snake oil salesman. Here we go." I know Mr. Finn was probably wondering, what the hell is this? You know,
Mr. Finn,
I got to get off the stream, or I got to drop $4.99 tonight. Either one.
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me what's up.
Mr. Finn, you know who is MGTOW Dictionary, right?
I do. I've checked out some of his stuff since I was on that one show with Tony here, and I had nothing about it prior to that. So yes, I do.
So he said that I have a creepy voice and I need to learn English and I need to go to vocal classes because I'm very creepy. Do you agree?
Whatever. No, I don't agree. Look it.
Dippin', he probably didn't know.
Dippin', do you know what Mr. Finn does?
No. He teaches English.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm an American English teacher. I live out here in Brazil. Eu falo português também, se você quer falar português. I speak Portuguese. And what I want to tell you is don't buy into that. Like I said, you are who you are, right? And as an English teacher, people are so concerned about their accent. And I think to myself, why? I look at an accent as part of your fingerprint in a way. It's who you are. Like when I speak Portuguese, for example, I have a very heavy accent, right? Because I'm a Native American person. So I speak English as a native language. So when I speak Portuguese, I have an accent. And people have told me when I speak Portuguese, my voice changes. Okay, I don't recognize it, but it is what it is. So, okay, I don't say you have a creepy voice. You speak how you speak. That's part of who you are. And carry that as like a badge. A badge of honor. Your accent is like your fingerprint. So I wouldn't say you have a creepy voice. I wouldn't even say you speak English badly. You speak well. So you have no problem because you're fluent. You make mistakes. I make mistakes, whatever. You can. What is language? Language is conveying a message. You're encoding a message. If you can do that, okay, you've done your job. So no, I wouldn't agree with that assessment of your voice.
Thank you. So I will never follow MGTOW Dictionary because when I was watching his stream, I was very depressed. His stream is very negative.
Dippin', he probably thought you were in the United States. He didn't know you're in Portugal. You live in Portugal, and your accent's not really an accent over there.
Yeah, but no, he knows all about my story. So I trusted him. He knows everything about me. And,
no, he doesn't. No one knows everything about everybody. Yeah. So that's a fallacy by itself.
Because I'm very open. So
well, that's your problem. Maybe it's the next video. You got to be mysterious. You can't be this open book. You got to try to be this confident, mysterious guy.
Okay.
You can be honest, but keep some things close to the chest.
Can I interject here?
Follow.
That what you're giving away, Marty, is volume 4, I believe. So basically at the $2,000 level, you're going to get mystery. Not mystery method, but being mysterious. Okay,
Mystery
So-
Moon. Mystery Moon.
I don't want Marty to give too much away on this new course that's dropping, but I do appreciate that. But go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Once you get to level 5, it's the Moonosphere, not the Manosphere.
Oh yeah. I agree. But Dippin,
Look.
listen, man. Listen. We got to I know that people preach about confidence is not what you need, but confidence is what you need. I can tell just by talking to you. I got confidence. It's almost fucking sickening, to be honest with you. It is.
But
it's essential.
But Tony, here's the thing. Confidence is a byproduct of success.
Yep.
Not necessarily. I mean, it is, but go ahead, Gonzo. Gonzo has something to say.
No, I was gonna say it's not a product of success. I think that's
It's doing stuff though. It's a byproduct of doing shit, right?
Some kind of accomplishment. I that was one of the points I made. But go ahead, Gonzo.
Yeah, I think confidence is something that just entirely comes from within, no matter what's going on. It's an assuredness. I don't know that I obviously, like, I can think back to times where things were like going very, very wrong for me, and obviously being like non-confident. But part of confidence, I think, is like also seeing all the bad things happen, right, and knowing that, okay, I can't buy into this. Like I can't buy into these emotions right now. I can't buy into these thoughts. And so that's really what it is. I think part of it is a discipline, maybe, perhaps, but I don't think it comes from anything external. I don't think you can get confidence from anything, even like with a job. Even if you had all the money in the world, I think some of the most insecure people in the world are wealthy. Or they have nice jobs, or they have nice things. You think of that. Did y'all ever read that poem, Richard Cory?
No.
In school, it's by E.A. Robinson. But the story is about a guy who has like everything in the world. Everybody regards this guy. He's rich. He looks nice. He's this, he's an upstanding guy or whatever. And the dude kills himself. He shoots himself. That's basically, that was the lesson of the story, was that, it doesn't matter how good things look on the outside, because inside that guy was dying. That guy was like suffering big time. So it's not about what's on the outside. I think it's all about what's on the inside.
Gonzo makes a big point about that, and that's something I was trying to hit on. It's gotta be within. We all have our cross to bear. We all have issues. There's no one perfect, right? What's that saying? The grass is always greener, right? I mean, think about it. I swear, people look at my life and, oh man, you got it all together. I'm here in Brazil. People look at me because I walk around with a smile. I walk around my chest out, head high. People have no idea the financial troubles I deal with, the struggles I have. I'm married, 2 kids. I work my tail off to get things done. But you know what? I carry confidence with me because I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and what I bring. And so it's so important to have that inner core, to just truly know who you are and what you're about. And that just carries so much. That projects so much more than looks can ever carry. And I'm speaking obviously for guys, because like I said, we as men, we don't have to be the most attractive person, right? Because men and women, and this whole thing with the world nowadays, and we're all the same. We're not all the same. Men and women are different, okay? And I'm speaking in general. Men find things attractive by, visually. We look at some, wow, beautiful. I mean, we get attracted by a cartoon, a mannequin. I mean, anything that's visually attractive, we're aroused by it. Whereas women, and again, I'm speaking in general, women, they want to be taken care of. They want someone with confidence, someone who's strong, someone who carries himself well. So exactly what Gonzo said is what I was hitting at earlier, where you got to work that out internally, who you are. That's right. Yeah, that's what I want. Who you
Okay,
are.
wait. There's a reason I brought this over. See what it says on that side?
Men and women are different. It is. They are. They are. And the fact that we have to say that nowadays, I mean, it's sad, but we are different. We're not just different physically, but biologically, the way we think, the way we see the world. You know, I mean, of course, there's exceptions to that, but still, we're different. So we as men, we need to have that frame. We need to have that core, and we need to know who we are wherever we are, no matter where we are. You know, does that make sense? So talking about going out to clubs, wherever you are, be who you are. I mean, it's probably sounding very redundant, one of my tongue twisters that I like to throw out, but be who you are, you know, no matter where it is. And if people don't like it, whatever, like I don't try to make people like me. If they like me, great. If they don't like me, oh well. You know, like my wife sometimes, she'll say, oh yeah, my uncle loved you. Okay, great, that's good. Or hey, this person thought you're rude. Oh, okay, what did I say? What did I do? Whatever, you know? And that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. So when it comes to confidence means you have that solid core. You have that frame that, again, no matter where you are who you are. I love what Popeye says. I am what I am, and that's all that I am.
Muito bom.
But here's the one thing I have to say. You got to get your shit together. You got to get your job going. If you're more worried about pussy than getting work, then there's a problem there. You need to get your shit together, because right now I'm grinding. I can't remember the last time I got laid. Was it 10 days ago? And it's just some lady that I have a deal with, you know?
Beta. No, just
no, but I don't want to. The thing is, I'm so busy doing my thing and having my purpose. I don't care if I get laid. Like, I have things I need to accomplish. Dippin', you need to get your shit together. You need to accomplish. And like right now, I know, you know what's more important than a woman right now? Going to the gym in the morning. Every weekday morning, I have to hit the gym. And if that means a woman can't sleep over, then she can't sleep over, because I get up at 5 a.m. You gotta get your shit together, Dippin'. And then once you get your shit together, then worry about the peace sleep. Because I'm telling you, man, it makes a difference. When you wake up in the morning and you got a job and you look in the mirror and you've been lifting, holy crap. And by the way, Anthony, it's 13 stripes. I just counted. But yeah, Dippin', just first of all, worry about being a man first, and then worry about the woman. Guys, we can go weeks without getting laid, believe it or not, if we have a purpose in life. If we have a purpose, we can abstain. You know, just jack something into the air and then you'll be fine. But I'm telling you, Dippin', get your shit together.
Well, you know, Marty makes a point. Purpose is really everything. You think about it. Statistics show when people retire, the life expectancy drops dramatically, because you wake up, you have nothing to live for. So the idea of goals, of purpose, is really important. You wake up, you have something to do, you have something to live for, you have something to strive for. Set goals for yourself. Short-term goals and then long-term goals, but wake up with drive, with purpose. And right now it's you. Right now it's working on who you are and doing that. Like, okay, going to the gym is wonderful. I live kind of far from a gym, but there's nothing wrong with waking up early, walking, using your own body weight, push-ups, man. I'm on a campaign right now where I'm doing 100 push-ups a day, 31 DTM. Check out the book on Amazon, 31 Days to Masculinity, 100 push-ups a day. Just break them up, but work on yourself. And
eat
that
right. Number one, the critical thing to body is going to be diet. That's for sure.
You are what you eat.
You can work out all you want. If you eat garbage, it's gonna retain. That's what your body's gonna show is garbage.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah, garbage in, garbage out. So eat right, create an absolute best version of yourself. I do not think you are a bad looking guy. You know, why do they say no homo? I'm a
bad looking guy.
I can look at a dude and say, okay, yeah, he not a bad looking guy. I believe that. And like when you came on, I'm like, what? So what's the issue? You're talking to a 58-year-old guy who's 5'7", weighs 165 pounds, 168 right now, probably. So what's the issue, man?
I got a feeling Dippin's tall too. How tall are you, Dippin?
I'm 5'11".
There you go.
Tall
you're right at 6 foot, man. My last
Dippin, when you're 5'11", you can just go ahead and say you're 6 foot.
Yeah. Seriously.
We're going to give you that inch here, okay?
Yeah.
We're givers. We gave you that inch.
Put some boots on.
You say Dippin, say bitches. I'm 6 foot. What's up?
There you go.
Yeah, the problem.
You find something spiritual in you too. The fact that you don't believe in God, you hear a rot, that bothers me a little. I'm not a very religious guy when it comes to religion, having a religion anymore, but I believe in spirituality, and I think you need to find something there that guides
purpose.
You need moral guidelines at a minimum, moral guidelines. And if you find religion, that's great. If you find some sort of moral righteousness, because there's these guys out there that are pickup artists. They talk to women like they're shit. They treat women like shit. I don't believe in that. I believe in you treat every human being right. Even if you just want to bang them for one night. Just look at Finn's laugh. But
no, I mean, you know what? That's one thing that I like that Bulldog says is leave a woman better than you found her, and I think that's a great statement. I don't look down on anybody, man or woman, if you're to have a one-night stand. If you have that experience, it can actually be a good thing. I don't think it's always a bad thing. There are everybody's had those shit-faced drunk nights where, it's been what it's been with somebody you just met. And you might never see him again. But also there's the times to where you can experience that woman, or a woman can experience that man in an evening, and that's okay. I mean, that's in my book, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating that for anybody, but if it did happen to you, don't
beat yourself up.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up because it was a one night stand, or the woman didn't call you the next day, or you didn't call, or you texted her and she didn't respond. Well, it is what it is. It was an experience, is what it was.
I can tell you. Yeah, go ahead, Tony. I thought you was done.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I could tell you the most. I wouldn't say I was ever depressed, but the most down I've ever been as a man was when I was unemployed. So if I could leave you with one last thing, Dippin, is work. Any kind of work. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it could be anything in the world, Dippin. Just get up every day and work. Go do something. Go work.
Yeah, you are right.
Mm-hmm. That's all I gotta say to you. I think if you start there, you're on the right track, my man.
I agree. I've been homeless 3 times, but I've never been unemployed.
Mm-hmm. The times I wasn't unemployed, it was some of the hardest times ever, for sure.
Yeah. So, Dippin, we hope you're welcome on any time, of course, and anything we can do for you. That's what we're here for. This is not a channel that we're not going to beat up women. We're not going to beat up men, but we're going to kind of look at things from a philosophical. We can look at them from we'll call it a religious point of view, but we've got a lot of point of views on this panel. And I think that's important that, whenever any kind of topic is discussed, I think that we can call it, everybody on this, there's 6 guys on here right now. I'm sure there's things that we don't agree with on a lot of things, I'll say that, me, Gonzo, and man, we have a constant, a group chat that we talk about all sorts of stuff on. And that's our private stuff. But Dippin, I think it's important that you create a group of men. I'll tell you what, man, Dippin, Mr. Finn, how would Fraternity of Excellence be for Dippin?
Well, they're going to call you on your shit. That's for sure. FOE is a great place to be in, to better yourself. I love being in the fraternity. And right now I have jumped into Zach Small's Men of March. And it's a campaign that makes men better. Men of March, 31 DTM, 31 Days to Masculinity. It's a book that he wrote, the co-founder of the fraternity that I'm in, and it's wonderful. It challenges you as a man to be a better man, and every day there's a new challenge. And one of the challenges that so far has been every day, 100 push-ups. Why? Because your physical body needs to be taken care of. We're men. We need to be strong. And going to the gym is great. I can't say I love going to the gym because I prefer sports. But even so, doing something physical, getting your body into shape is crucial however you do it, whether it be going to the gym, whether it be playing sports, or how I do. Wake up early, walk a couple of miles, push-ups every day, and improving yourself. So a group of men is important. I think I can't think of it offhand, but in Proverbs, there's a verse that says, iron sharpens iron, whereas men strengthen men. So it's really important that those of us who are men get ourselves involved in a group of men that we trust, that can keep us accountable to the standards that we want to live by and to be better. We can always be better. Every single one of us on this panel, everybody who's watching, all of us, we can be better. And that's the idea.
And Dippin, I'm gonna make an offer to you, buddy. I'm gonna make an offer to you for myself that you can reach out to me on, I don't know if you have Instagram or Twitter. If you don't, get one. But that's how people can message me right now. I don't have an email that I want to give out, or I wouldn't give a phone number out either. But Dippin, if you need to reach out, T21 Surfer on Instagram and Twitter, you can find my private message there. They're open. So if you want to reach out anytime, ask me anything. And if any of the other guys want to extend that same courtesy, go for it.
Yeah, for sure. Same thing. I'm sorry to cut you off, Gene, but yeah, the same thing. My aim is to make people better communicators with the English language as an English teacher. But the exact same thing that Tony said. My goal is to help people to be better versions of themselves, right? And I have a lot of experience in life, right? I've been homeless 3 times. I've lived in 2 countries. I don't know, 3 states, and I don't know how many cities. And I am available as well. YouTube or Instagram, the same thing.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And this is good. I can practice my English.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I know Marty would totally help you out. You can reach out to him on Instagram. Just look Nutshots. You have Instagram, Dippin?
I don't have, but it's easy to create.
Yeah, get one. Get one. Follow all of us on the panel here. And that's a way you can reach us. And we're doing that. Again, we're doing that for $4.99.
Hey, I want to cut. I want to cut.
Instagram, Twitter, and you are allowed up to 10 messages. Okay, and that's tonight only. And tonight only, we're dropping that. So,
troll.
want a
Well,
piece of that. All right, just let you
yeah.
know, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Finn, I saw your face when you came out. You're like, what the
What
hell?
the?
Let me tell you something, and it's not
Oh.
going to knock dating coaches. Okay, I think there are a lot of legitimate guys out there. I have interviews with a lot of good guys. Somebody like Steve the Dean Williams, who I think is super authentic. Alpha Male Strategies, who I think is just an absolute riot. I mean, you look at my interview with him, has 300,000 views. I'm proud of that because it was a candid, open interview with a guy I've never spoke to before. But some of these guys truly, like Pat Stedman, really wants to help a guy. Like, I know with Pat Stedman, you have to fill out an application for him to accept you. And to me, that's kind of a cool thing, I think. But I don't think that all dating coaches, I think the phrase dating coach has kind of a bad connotation nowadays. Okay. Do I think it's a necessary part of the manosphere? Yeah. Like MGTOW Dictionary MD might not agree with me. Obviously, that's his first rule, I believe, in 48 laws of dating.
Never trust a dating coach.
Yeah, I think that somebody like yourself could use I want to say a boost. I think you need something to do with your confidence. I mean, we've noticed your tone in your voice here. Has anybody else noticed it tonight?
Yes. Yeah. I've noticed it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you sound already
down.
Different than but you sound different now than when you did when you came on.
Yeah.
And that's important. That's important to me, and that's important to everybody on the panel, because realistically, we are here to help men and women. I mean, that's what we're here for. We might be a little bit blunt. We have our own philosophies. Everybody kind of gets this is get it off your chest. And that's the idea. That's the platform that I wanted to create, where somebody like yourself can come on here and get it off your chest, man, and talk about the problems, that you have. It's not always about women. It could be about anything. It could be about politics. It could be about food. It could be about being a vegan. It could be about, we've had so many discussions on here about all sorts of things. But, I just want you to know that you've reached a community of guys that truly do want to help you. And again, it will only cost you $4.99 for volume 1. Just kidding. I'm joking. You know that. But so feel free to reach out to anybody at any time. Myself, I get a lot of messages when I threw that offer out. I think it was, I'm not sure when it was, maybe 2 or 3 streams ago, but everybody that's reached out to me on Instagram and Twitter, I appreciate all of you. A lot of them were just really, really nice comments. And I do appreciate that. But there were a few questions that guys have asked me, and I did my best to guide them. I do have on my description of the video, if somebody wants to hire me for an hour and do a consultation about whatever, I do have that option. Do I push that option? No, I don't. If somebody wants to donate to the channel, I'm not going to say no. I'm trying to build something here that's for men and for women. And regardless of what people think, it takes money to build whatever you're building. So let's not mistake a donation or a show of appreciation for a shill or a grift, because that's not what I'm about in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I tell guys, if you want to support the channel, buy some tactical soap. You get something from it. You're also supporting a man and his business. So, but anyways, we never finished Gonzo news, did we?
No, I interrupted that, I think.
Oh no, that's all right. We had let's do a little Gonzo news and then we'll wrap it up.
We had a special segment.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And actually, I'm going to have a thumbnail for you tonight, Tony. We'll see how this comes out.
Oh, nice.
So, but yeah, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, that's right. We're still counting down the canceled things of this past year. Cleveland Indians.
Oh boy.
They're canceled. I think that one's pretty obvious. Yeah. Time to move forward, they said. This one I had to look up. Cream of wheat. Now, I don't really buy cream of wheat. It's just not something that I have in my pantry. But they got canceled.
What? Why would cream of wheat be canceled?
Because there is... let me see if I can put this on my screen here.
I can't even imagine. I'm trying to think of, is there something on the screen that you can share why cream of wheat is canceled?
This one needs a visual here, so I'm going to put my screen on here. Where's this 9? Okay, there we go. All right. So I should be up. There you go. That's why it got canceled. There's a black man on there.
It looks like Uncle Ben.
Yeah, but he's kind of dapper. He's got the chef thing going on. He's got a. Anyway.
So wait.
What's
So
wrong
there's
with it?
no such thing as a black chef?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And he's got like a bow tie, I think. He's got a bow tie going on.
Wow,
Right
a
there.
black chef with a bow tie. I am so offended.
Yeah. Apparently, there is no such thing as a black man who's doing well for himself. It seems. That's what they're saying. That's the message that it's sending.
Not without the system, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the? Anyway.
Well, now I could see canceling if Uncle Ben was like side hustling on cream of wheat. I mean, is this a side hustle with Uncle Ben? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. That's a good question. But they got canceled. Apparently, they actually removed the dude off the box. So there you go. Yeah, Uncle Ben, they got canceled too. So that's next up on the list. The Washington Redskins. Yep. They're gone.
Yeah, but that's the Washington football team now, if I'm correct. That's their name. Yeah.
The Washington football team?
That's the name, right?
Man. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Mutual of Omaha. The insurance company Mutual of Omaha announced in July it would be removing the logo that depicted a Native American chief wearing a headdress from its branding. The company said it had a desire to help overcome racial bias and stereotypes. The logo is now a lion. Eskimo pies. What?
Oh, jeez. Don't even go there.
They've been canceled. Nestle's Eskimo pies. It's derogatory.
You guys know what an Eskimo kiss is? That's when you rub your noses together. Have you ever heard that, Gonzo?
Oh, yeah, I think I have.
Yeah. So that's canceled too.
I needed a refresher on that one. Oh, that's it. That was it.
I hope it's not canceled. My 2-year-old daughter loves Eskimo kisses with daddy.
It's derogatory.
They're going to rename it to Rainbow Kisses.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Let me see here. We'll go over a couple quick ones here. Let's see what we got. Oh, hang on. I got a good one here. This is a disaster, guys. This just happened. I'm sure they're going to be declaring this one an emergency pretty soon. I think this is in Ohio. Could be wrong. but my internet is currently dying, so we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Disaster. Hundreds of confused Coca-Cola employees show up to work in blackface. It keeps getting worse for Coca-Cola after hundreds of confused employees show up to work on Monday in blackface. What's now being referred to as Blackface Monday in the beverage industry, Coke HR reps screamed in horror as the employees walked into the bottling plants. It looked like a pack of Justin Trudeaus were infiltrating us, one HR manager yelled. We just started throwing cans at them. What's wrong now? A baffled employee yelled while dodging cans. I spent all morning in front of the mirror trying to be less white, just as instructed.
Oh. And that's because of the polar bears, if I'm correct?
Oh, that's great. Something.
That's great.
This is satire. This is obviously a meme. This is from the Glorious American, but this
Okay.
just killed me. This killed me. I was like, I gotta share this. But this is my favorite part. It says, Coke executives tackled one employee, pepper sprayed him, and attempted to scrub his face for over 10 minutes. This caused even more bad press when they learned he was a black employee. Whoops.
They want to bleach him next, I guess.
Oh.
They thought they cleaned his hands only.
Let's see. No, HEB. I don't know if you guys have HEB in Florida and in other places, but it's a thing here in Texas. And as we all know, Texas just recently reopened. We'll see how that goes. HEB won't mandate for masks for shoppers, but urges customers to wear them. You get brownie points for following the science. I feel like this is going to be something that's going to be happening for a while, even though they've technically opened up the state, or they're going to open up the state very soon here. All the businesses are just going to say, screw it. We're going to mandate the masks for our own businesses. We're forcing it on everybody.
Could we go back to your last story real quick about Coca-Cola? I have a little clip I want to play. I think this is the right one.
Sure.
They accuse you of being racist or having white privilege. It's best to just give them the finger and tell them how the cow ate the cabbage.
That's a good one. I'm going to bring
amazing.
Amazing is right.
I just wanted to play that because that was totally in context of what you were saying. So,
oh yeah.
If anybody hasn't seen my interview with Jesse Lee Peterson, go on my channel, check it out. It's called Return to Your Father. It's a great interview with Jesse, so check it out. I just wanted to drop that in there. So.
Yeah, let's see. And speaking of opening things up to 100%, so Texas is trying to open up 100%. We'll see how it goes. Biden opens cages for illegal migrant children to 100% capacity.
Wow.
Can't manage to open schools for U.S. kids. So,
are kids being taught in those cages?
They're being educated.
Wait, re-education?
Re-educated, yeah.
What were they educated on to begin with? They need re-education.
That was going to be a point I made to Primal. I was going to reach out to him because I had a beef when I spoke to the school board. You know, they're teaching this gender thing in the schools. I don't know if you've heard about it, it's about the mental. And I said, okay, if you're going to teach that there's no multiple genders, why is creationism banned? You ban creationism because it's not scientific. There's no science that backs it. But how are you teaching gender in science if there's no science backing it? I just had to bring that up right now.
There's no science in these 64 genders. There's no science at all. It's what you identify with.
You know, it's funny talking about creationism. There's a really great documentary I've seen called "Is Genesis History" or something. And there's actually a lot of science behind creationism that people in the science community don't want to accept.
Well, they're going for the God particle, right? Isn't the most expensive research in the country right now, besides space, looking for the God particle?
The LHC, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can't have nothing from something. Even though I'm not a very religious guy, something had to have happened. There had to be a first. But then again, you want to teach kids genders. I don't get it. Birth certificates now in New York City, you can now put male, female, or not refuse to identify on a birth certificate now. And they're actually changing birth certificates to genders.
It's gross. It's bad. But this is what they're doing. And they're coming for your kids.
You know, when you make a statement like that, Marty, the best response is when we sit here and you can't even think of what to say. A lot of times the best response is no response, because that no response tells people, like, how do you respond to something that's so ridiculous? Like, how do you even respond to that?
You know what's funny, right? And what Gonzo mentioned right now, as far as Texas, it's kind of something. When I jumped on, I was thinking, get it off my chest. I had an encounter today with this. I don't know her sexual orientation, but by appearance, she looked like kind of a butched lesbian in a way. I went to a place to buy some eggs, right, outdoors, and
she looked something like this.
Not really. She was actually thinner, but the haircut is spot on, bro. Spot on. She was probably a vegan, so she was a rail. I mean, she was just really thin. And the funny thing is, it was we were a line. It was a line of us, right? I was gonna buy a couple of some eggs, right? And just me and one other guy in the line didn't have masks on, right? And I had my son with me. And this social justice warrior had to speak up. She was like 3 people back in the line. She's like, you and the other guy there don't have respect for everybody else here not wearing a mask. And I looked at her. I said, what's the problem? We're outside. It's ventilated. Am I causing a problem here? You are 6 feet away from me. Oh, but you're not respecting anybody. I said, let me tell you something. You have bought into this high hysteria from the news about these masks. How many times have you touched your mask? It's already contaminated. I can see your nostrils. Does that really protect you from COVID? I mean, come on. It's one thing being indoors where the air is confined and there's a chance of being exposed, but we're outside. I'm sorry. Why you're talking about disrespect? Why don't you respect me and not feeling comfortable with wearing a mask? I'm sorry. I'm not wearing a mask. I mean, it turned into this big old thing. And the other guy didn't want to say anything, but I mean, give me a freaking break. Seriously. I'm not wearing a mask. Okay, if I go into a place and they ask me to wear a mask, okay, I have to respect the establishment. But I'm outside. Go suck on a egg, lady. I mean, seriously. I'm in line to get eggs. I'm outside. There's no problem. It was hilarious.
It's just it's the mindset. It's the mindset.
I'm not gonna buy into it. I won't buy into it. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. I think it's ridiculous.
When I left, I told her, hey, have a good day and good luck with your mask. And she's like, yeah, have a good day and good luck not having a mask. Oh, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's official. It's official. I mean, you know, I last year I used to talk about Clown World. When you look at I think it's my Twitter and my Gab, and it'll say "Living the Dream in Clown World." That's what I said. Yeah, I mean, we're living in an alternate universe. We're living in a place I never thought we would be.
It's a Twilight Zone.
Well, the sad thing is these people like this person, I don't know what to classify her as, but they're so tied in to this manipulation that is given by the mainstream media and this hysteria, and they don't want to follow the quote unquote science. I mean, we could look at the king or the god of science, right? Fauci. He's been flipping back and forward. Masks don't help. Now we're supposed to wear double, triple masks. Give me a freaking break. I mean, okay, when in history do healthy people have to wear masks, right? When in history do healthy people have to be quarantined? I mean, if lockdowns worked, what the hell? I mean, really?
Yeah, 15 months to flatten the curve. Oh, wait, that was 15 days.
Right?
I don't know. And did you see my little thing on Instagram where I posted New York City now has regulations how to dance in weddings? They actually regulated how to dance. And you can Google this. This is all legit, everything I'm saying.
Please give me a breakdown. Please. How do you dance social distancing? I mean, how do you do it?
They telling the venues how to space the floors and who can dance with who. Even though everyone's going to be sitting at a table and they're not going to be distant, it's ridiculous because you got to take your mask off to eat.
Oh, and there's a curfew, right? I hear in Brazil, right? They open up for lunch, but like, what is it, 8 p.m.? Everything has to close down because that's when COVID comes out at night. Or you got to put the mask when you walk in the door, but take it off when you sit down. Give me a
it
break.
comes out like 8:15, I believe it is.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter where in the world you are, but about 8:15, you are screwed at 8:15. 8:15, yeah, that's what happens.
That's when the COVID comes out to strike.
Yeah, it does. You know.
Okay, yeah. Look, so I'm not like anti-mask, sure, but come on. There's specifications. It's got to be on your right. You can't have nostrils exposed. You can't touch it. It's good for 2 hours. It's got to be changed. I mean, you put a thing that's been in your glove compartment all day. You put it on your face. Oh, it's supposed to protect you. Give me a freaking break, man.
Well, I think too. Like if you're a professional in a hospital, I think your N95s are actually custom made for you. Most people that would use a mask professionally, I think they're custom made for your face. It's just not that little metal tab that's gonna bust over your nose. So.
You mean the one that pinch over? Yeah, the one that you pinch over your nose, right?
Yeah, the 95s are fitted. They're fitted for everyone.
They're fitted for everybody. Yeah.
I have no problem wearing a mask in a medical facility. If I was going into a medical facility and they said, "Hey, listen, we have a lot of older people here that are freaked out, they're highly vulnerable," I wouldn't have a problem for a medical facility. But if I'm going to a voluntary place where people choose to go, like a movie theater, if an older person wants to take the risk because they're highly vulnerable, they're taking the risk. I don't get what's going on anymore.
You mean like when you go into the airport and you socially distance the whole way into the airport, and then when you get on the plane, you're actually 1 inch from the person? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I know exactly what's going on. And this is a whole other thing. We do a whole other stream about this, but it's about control and manipulation of the population. And that's what's happening. And you got to turn off your TV, turn it off and live your lives. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's strange. This is one of those weird, like, coincidental things. But several years ago, I wrote a short story, and it was about the best way I can describe this. It's about a cult of people who they kind of all they're for lack of a better term, I guess their religious object is this VHS tape. But when you're indoctrinated into this cult, you wear the face mask, and the story is about this entire city being taken over, and it's about a cab driver, and he sees this cult take over, and he sees inside what they're actually doing and what they're up to. But I just thought it was funny. It's like, this idea of, and masks as this as a cultural thing and a historical thing is very fascinating to me. Like the different things masks have meant. And so we're kind of seeing that repeat now. It's just very strange, but it is. I see that cult-like mentality, and here it is with the mask. It's just kind of spooky.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Anthony's new handle.
Anthony's you vegan guru. Wait. Did you just undercut?
No, I actually increased my price. I'm not including the high value woman thing in this one.
Gotcha.
If you want to get both of them, then yeah, you get the deal.
Yeah,
then you get the deal.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
realistically, we're looking at the new course dropping tonight. How to meet a high value woman at $4.99. Plus, Anthony teaches you how to meet a vegan woman at $3.99. So you're talking exactly. So that's what 4 and what did we have? So we have 5 and 4. So that's $898.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
That's
that
a bargain.
No.
$2 savings. $2.
If you get both of them, you get the total package for $700.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's like $200 off right there. Yeah. But if you just want the vegan women, then you pay my price. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's
Anthony,
good.
got some pussy behind you.
Oh, holy shit, I do. Yeah. It's coming out of the woodwork. It's already working.
Yeah. I can tell you've used tactical soap tonight. So
I think I actually used some tactical soap this morning, and
yeah,
look what happens.
This is what happens.
Oh my goodness!
Just saying.
The cat was showing us something.
Yeah, and it's trying anyways. Yeah. I tell you, it works. Works, guys. So, Nutshots. I love those videos, man. You're doing great.
Exploded. I got to. I don't know what happened. I woke up after Friday's video and I had 1,000 views on a bunch of them and got to 100 subscribers now. I don't know what the hell happened.
What happened was good content, man. That's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah. It's fun. It's informative to me. Again, entertaining and informative. I think dating apps are a thing that guys are interested in, men and women, and I think your take on it is very unique. I think
my short video did bad. I was like, "What?" It only got 100 views. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, but there's no rhyme or reason to the algorithm. That's for sure. But hopefully I helped you out, man. I throw you in my community. Like I said, I don't.
Thanks, man.
Don't do that often, but I do want to promote something that I think is quality, and I think your product and your brand, what you're delivering, is really a great take on it, man. And it's just it's about as smooth as a delivery as you can get, and it's entertaining, man. I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've watched your videos a few times just because this is great while I'm driving. It's just great stuff. It really is.
Well, I got on Mr. Finn on loop, man. I think I was texting him a few times, like the way I have an accent, I can do some of his rhymes. Like he has one: "You don't need New York. You don't need New York. You need New York." It's like it's easy for me.
What is that tongue twister? No, the tongue twister goes, in New York, you need New York, you need unique New York. Oh, applies. I gotta practice it. You need. I have been, right, and it's late at night. New York, you need New York, you need unique New York. Yeah, something like that.
But I just say it with my accent, so it just flies off the tongue.
You know what the funny thing is he's the opposite of me. My subscribers are growing, but my views, like, where the hell are they?
No, you're still beating me. I'm getting only 800.
Not with views. Not with views.
Oh.
I'm not.
I'm only getting. I think I'm averaging 800. It said, and But you know,
Yeah, that's quite good, man. That's fantastic for a channel that has a small subscriber count. I'm happy with
great.
the
It's great.
My banner's messed up. I misspelled it. It should say Anthony is your vegan guru.
Yeah, but I like the way
that's
Anthony's you vegan guru.
I guess that's that's more like ethnic. It's like
that's very gangster.
I'm you vegan. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Anthony's the vegan guru.
I'm you.
You should make videos, Anthony, and post them on YouTube. See what happens.
No, I've actually been. I've been thinking about doing some red pill review because I watch a lot of red pill, and I know guys they don't know where to go. I know they don't know what to look at, especially the small stuff, the really good stuff. And I think I want to do that. I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll be able to promote it on Tony's live stream. I think I will do that. I have been actually thinking about doing something. Be a good opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't really want to create anything myself as far as
you got my number, so you call me and talk about how you can create it. I have some good I can help somebody create a YouTube channel in about an hour, 2 hours, man, and do the right things you need to do. It's not as difficult as it seems.
No, definitely. I'd like to. I mean, just to help people, just to get some good info. Because like I think a lot of people are like me. It's like there's a lot of great stuff out there, but I don't have time to watch a lot of stuff that I don't want to watch. There's some stuff. It's like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's too much time. It's just too much time. It's like I don't have time to watch like Richard Cooper. I actually do like Richard Cooper, but when they do the live stream crap, it's like, okay, but how many live streams? Like you guys, I can participate with, and I get some in-depth stuff. But they're just like general stuff, and it takes like 3 hours to get to it. Like, no.
Anthony, if you didn't watch a video, watch the one on 21 Studios we had yesterday with Anthony and MGTOW Dictionary, and they tear apart Richard Cooper. There's a thing. There's alleged pedophilia going on, and if you see it, you're not going to want to. You may change your mind.
Well, it could be. I mean, a lot of these guys are just, they're not real. But like I said, I mean, if you looked at my life, people are like, oh, he has cats, so he's a fucking pussy. But I do have cats.
Nothing wrong.
I go have cats. I like cats. I like them better than dogs because I have to take care of them.
I mentioned in my video.
Yeah, I mean, any guy who's ever had animals, had his family have animals, the guy has to take care of these fucking things, right? So to me, I look at it as like, well, cats, they're pretty fucking easy. They take care of themselves, right? So that's why it's like, great.
She didn't take at the ex?
No. Well, we're still in the process, But no, the animals are animals. You can't. They have to live, right? But I mean, in any situation, the man generally takes over the animal care. So what do I say? Give me the simplest animal I can take care of. And cats, they take care of themselves.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
I mean, other than maybe a lizard or something like that, but they don't fucking even care about you,
I had a lizard. Right? Yeah, I had an iguana that lived on my porch for about 5 years. Yeah. I captured him off the fence. His name was Iggy the iguana. He was about, I'm going to say he probably wasn't 8 inches long from nose to tail. When he passed, he was about probably 4.5 foot. I fed him hibiscus flowers, and it was like basically having an alligator on your front porch.
And that's how you met Iggy Pop?
What's that?
That's how you met Iggy Pop?
Yeah. But funny because the vet said, he's like, what's his name? I said, Iggy the iguana. He said, boy, that's original.
Iguanas are hard. You got to keep them warm. Iguanas you're in Florida.
Well, I can tell you when it got cold, I used to put gloves on and long sleeves all the way up and I used to snatch them because it was like grabbing an alligator. And then what I would do is I would bring them in the house. I'd put them under a laundry basket, and I would put a book on top of the basket. So he would move around. I'd have wood floors. So he would push his nose around the wood floors while he was in the basket. And then when it was time for him to go back out, when it warmed up, I would put him near the door, lift the basket, and he would run out. Real simple. So, but they die of respiratory diseases. And again,
COVID.
Well, that's a possibility. Yeah. That's a possibility. But he died. I went to ring the dinner bell, I call it, which is his tail. I had a perch for him up on the front porch, and when I ring the dinner bell, which is his tail, I'm like, he seems awfully stiff. And so when I pulled his tail, which is about 3 foot long, he didn't respond. So I got a ladder and got up there, and he was stiff as a board. So, but I have a pet cemetery in my backyard. I have my German Shepherd of 13 years. I have my cat Muzzy, who died on my birthday about 4 years ago, and I have Iggy. So I've got Muzzy, Iggy, and Coco in my backyard. So,
well, just to be clear, these are not regular cats; they're attack cats.
Oh, you're gonna say feral. I thought you were gonna say feral.
Right. So I've never been robbed by a possum or squirrel. Just to be clear. So there you go.
Let's comment to Vigo. Tony, I'm so glad I found your channel through your brother George. I'm 42-year-old woman going through divorce, and somehow watching you guys is comforting. Well, you know what? I appreciate that, V. I really do. That's a great comment. You know what, V? We just try to be real here. We don't hate on women. We do talk reality. And you know, going through your divorce, I wish you the best. That's for sure. I tell everybody, if you need to reach out and want to talk to one of us on this panel, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, T21Surfer. You know, anything we can do for anybody, male or female, is important to us. So, you know, you can reach out to anybody on the panel except Anthony. I don't think Anthony wants to be found at this point. So, but anything you're going through, you know, if you need somebody to chat with, we're always there. So I want people to know that. And let me just put this up here real quick.
She could
if
have
you want to find how to meet a high value woman, it's $4.99 for volume 1. Just kidding. I'm sure you know that. But anyways, we do appreciate you coming on here and enjoying the time with us. That's important, that that women are gravitating toward a man's space. And I think that's, when I say a man's space, we're men talking is what it is. So I hope that you get some value from this and get some perspective. And I hope that when you do listen to us, sometimes we're a little scattered, but most of the time, I hope that you understand the context of our conversation. So, but I do.
Tony, you made it clear, right? We're being real, and that's what's key. And it's what I was trying to explain to Dippin. Being real, being confident, being who you are. Don't try to pretend to be anybody else. Keeping it real, and that's what's key. And one of the things about Saturday night, getting it off your chest, is what's so valuable. Is anybody can come here, get online, and get it off their chest. Speak your truth. Be real. And get it out there, and that's the idea.
Yeah, and I appreciate Mr. Finn. You know, you're the newest, well, one of the newest additions to the, I'll call you regular panelist. Marty, of course, is our newest regular. I'll call him right now, but very, very valuable. I think we all kind of really have a nice cohesion. So I think that's really cool, and I do appreciate all the women that have come and join us. You know, Carly has been in and out of here too. You know, I saw some comments saying, "Oh, Carly's a dude." We don't know that. You know, I hope she's not a dude.
Well, Vivian's cool. I know Vivian's a woman.
Yeah, I know Vivian personally. I've met her. Yeah,
And Peekaboo's new.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
Yep. No, she's been here for a while. I know her also. We've chatted on Instagram. Really cool lady for sure. And I do use that word, lady. I like that word. It's not a description of age. I think the word lady is might be not politically correct. I don't know, but I think being a
Who
lady
knows anymore?
is important. Yeah, I could give a shit. Yeah, exactly. But you know, I do appreciate everybody that comes on the stream. It makes me feel good that people are enjoying our content, and I hope that this really grows. So sometimes too, I don't mind if a woman wants to come on and chat with the guys. Hey, that's cool too. But any questions you have for us, feel free to reach out, whether it be in the chat, in the comments, reach out through us to Instagram or Twitter. That's fine also. So, but
Just make sure to hit the like button. Hit the like button.
oh yeah, smash that like button, man. Crush that thing, man. And put those comments in there, because when you make a comment in the comment section, it's like 10, 20 likes, just so you know. It helps with the algorithm and helps me with YouTube. So, but you know, this is something I don't have to do. It's something I enjoy doing. You know, I could be doing, and so could you guys be doing a lot of different things on a Saturday evening, but I appreciate
Well, no, it's not true.
that spends their time with us. I really do.
No, I guess I have to spend your time with you guys, but my city's locked down, so this is the most fun I can have right now.
Well, we're not going to lose you, Anthony. That's for sure. We're not losing.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't care if you're out in the pub one night. You're still going to be on here. So
I would love to be out at a pub one night, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen unless I'm out with Gavin.
Well, you might be, because he might be homeless soon. So
if I see that guy, man, oh fuck.
Well, don't you have to go to what's the name of the restaurant? What's the name of the French something?
The French kitchen.
The
I
French
think it is.
fucking laundry.
The French laundry. The French laundry. Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's way up there. That's in Northern California.
Monterey County. Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we'll wrap it up. If you guys want to stay for the after party for a few minutes, let's do it. But I want to thank everybody that's joined us tonight. We've had a pretty consistent audience, and I do appreciate every one of you. I appreciate everybody on the panel. I think it's been a great night. We've been on for 3 hours and 46 minutes, man. It felt like an hour to me, so that's a good thing. So, but I want to just tell everybody you can find me on Instagram, Twitter. You want to reach out to me, that's T21Surfer. My private messages are open on both those, so you can find me there. You can also find me on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Lifestyle Philosophies with Tony Bruno. That's my interviews with all sorts of dating coaches and lifestyle coaches. I've got some great interviews, conversations with the likes of Alpha Male Strategies, to Steve the Dean Williams, to Coach Greg Adams, to Jesse Lee Peterson, to Zach Small, Fraternity of Excellence, which I think is an incredible conversation. What'd you think of that one, Mr. Finn?
It's awesome. I listened to it, and being a member of FOE, Fraternity of Excellence, it's top of the line, you know. So check him out. He does have a YouTube channel and podcast, the Family Alpha. So check it out, and don't forget to smash that like, because we are here to help you out and get it off your chest Saturday night.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. So again, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe, share the videos, check out some of my other content, all sorts of stuff on there. Gonzo, how can everybody find you?
The first place to go is midnight.author on Instagram, and there you can find the link in my bio to my brand, The Lurking Press, and that's where you can get my my booklets and my art that I'm going to be selling on there. And then you can go to Midnight Author on Gab as an additional thing, and then Gonzo School on YouTube, and that's all the political stuff. That's like my hot takes and I don't know, vlogs sometimes, podcasts, whatever the case may be. That's where it all ends up.
Excellent. Yeah, check out Gonzo's stuff, man. He's got some great commentaries on his channel. It's super classic stuff, man. But yeah, check out Gonzo for sure. Marty, how can everybody find you?
Oh, at Nutshots, Instagram, and also my channel, Nutshots.
And it's growing. That's for sure.
I appreciate that. I'm doing it for clown right now, but I'm getting a lot of good stuff out of it. So I think I'll keep it around for a while.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it, man. It's awesome. So, Mr. Finn, how can everybody find you?
Okay, guys. Hey, English with Mr. Finn, both Instagram and YouTube. And my objective is to help you be a better communicator with the English language. On Instagram, I try to post, and it's been a while, but I try to post alternative ways to say basically the same thing to be more natural. And YouTube as the same thing. Every Tuesday, I post a tongue twister to give you guys a challenge to try to help you articulate better in English. And lately, the last 2 weeks, and I'm trying to make it more consistent, I'm going live on Tuesday nights to give you guys a kind of an in-depth or a general aspect of English and giving you guys more tools to be better communicators. And right now I'm on a series on starting conversations, maintaining conversations, and being confident, because I believe that is key. So you can find me both on YouTube and Instagram, English with Mr. Finn. Hope to see you there.
Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Finn. We appreciate you. And Anthony, we know that the only way people can find you is if they come down that ladder behind you. And
yeah,
so you are we know we know that for an extra, I noticed you raised the price too, but if you want an added value to tonight dropping How to Meet a High Value Woman at $4.99, for an additional $3.99, you can meet a vegan woman. Correct, Anthony?
Correct.
Okay.
But I want to also say that I want to promote some of my special friends.
Go for it.
Tony Bruno, of course.
Thank you.
If you're already watching, then you're already watching. But that's great. And of course, George Bruno.
Of course, my brother.
I love George Bruno.
Full disclaimer, I am a supporter. So I don't get any extra for it, but I am a supporter. So I have to let you know that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let's say George Bruno wanted to purchase your Meet a Vegan Woman for $3.99. Would you give him a discount?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. He contributed to part of it.
Wow.
But that's like,
whoa.
Look,
wow.
Look, just because this is,
spoiler alert.
Because this isn't live, let me tell you guys, just because it's not live, he did, it's just one of those things, the only reason his beard grows real well is because secretly he is vegan. He talks a bunch of meat crap. It's all bullshit. The beard is all vegan, but that's cool. Whatever. He can live the life.
So that dehydrated meat he makes is for his cats, right?
The liver. I don't know. Like, I got cats. I know that ain't gonna work. We're both cat guys, and that don't work. So he's just full of it. But it's
tell
fine.
you why he raised the cats? That's actual cat liver.
Holy shit! I didn't know that. Oh, well, that changes everything.
Just kidding.
No, I didn't know that.
Just kidding.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. We all get spooked, right? What happens? Anyways, but also if you could check out Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
Coach Gang for sure. I love seeing you, man.
Worldwide. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And check out if you want. I have a great interview with Coach Greg Adams on my channel.
Yes, that's great.
That's
That's a great interview.
This time, awesome. So,
and
but,
anything else? I would just say that I would just hope that I hate to say, I hate to tell people what not to do, but sometimes I have to. Okay, because it's really important. Please, people, never read why.
The tower.
Where have the towers gone? Right?
There you go. Where have the towers gone by Dr. Judy Woods.
Do not read it.
And yeah, don't read it. And there's some stuff on YouTube. You might be able to find it, but please don't watch it. Please.
What I was thinking was tonight only and tonight only. If you buy this course, we'll throw in that book for an additional cost of $0. Yeah,
it's fucking $50, guys. That's a fucking steal.
Yeah, we're gonna throw that in tonight. Yeah.
Shit, I'd fucking buy that myself.
Not
buy my own program.
Not only can you learn how to meet a high value woman, you're
gonna find out why this whole fucking thing is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. We're gonna do that for you.
Oh fuck, dude. You actually can't do that. Legally, you can't do it.
We're not afraid.
Oh fuck! You're gonna have some helicopters come over your fucking house right now. Don't do it. Let's just ixnay on the book day. Don't do that shit. No, we can't do that. But
all right,
I
guys,
appreciate.
We're gonna wrap it up. Stay for the after party. Cheers, everybody. Peace. Love all of you. Much love, honor, and respect to everybody. My panel, everybody in the chat, and everybody is watching this in the future. Appreciate all of you. Love you guys.